All right. Well,
Yeah.
Yep.
last time you visit the Wufu Kingdom and rescue some hostages. Well, not hostages, just
Refugees and survivors.
exactly.
Yep.
You find out what the Wufu Kingdom is up to, and you not like it one bit.
Yep.
Nope.
We're looking at a literal scorched earth campaign.
Pretty much.
I say we send him to go kill a dragon. Because, well, he needs to get rid of that dragon, otherwise it's going to be a problem for him in the future.
And we could kill him when he's injured.
I'm going to go with let's not fuck with the dragon unless we absolutely have to.
I say we go fuck with the king, him fuck with the dragon, and then we fuck with both. It's the ultimate plan, and there's no way it could backfire. None whatsoever.
Let's play a little low key for a little while.
Okay. I'm hearing you, but I already got this dragon bait.
Where in God's name did you get dragon bait?
Well, I mean, it's not that hard to find a virgin.
Do I even want to know?
I just tied up Jim Pad's character.
She isn't.
Yeah, my character is the only virgin in this group.
Obviously, trust me, from last campaign, Rimi's not a virgin anymore.
This has been a statement that I did not.
Yep. Oh, that plan's out of the question. So, outside of trying to get more information about this lay of the land, avoiding patrols, interrogating some, are there any specific ideas that we have, at least in the short term? Because, I mean, obviously we know our long-term goal is to take out the Emperor and Ryu. But between here and then, any other ideas outside of getting more information?
Right now, we want to collect information.
I say we convince the king to kill the dragon.
That could be a few steps down the line. Also, wasn't it also like a western part of the country as well?
There's a nation to the west, correct, Ty?
Mm-hmm.
That is separate from this one, so... And I don't think we're really collecting much information on the what the thought is between the two nations.
Well, if nothing else, if we go over there, we could see what exactly their shape, what their condition is, if they're also scorched earth like this place.
Yeah.
Why don't we convince the king to move over here? You know, prolonged excavation, you know. Again, we are going to have to go to war, or we get him to go to war with somebody else, and then we swoop in and take out both sides when they're weakened.
It all depends on what two sides are fighting.
I mean, dragon versus mortal.
Okay. Though a ancient dragon is a tough fight, Ryu probably could handle him on his own. Our party could take it out.
Yeah. Maybe.
So it would be an annoyance for them at best.
And worst case scenario, if the reports I read are true, his sword would simply suck up the soul of the dragon and become stronger.
I like this plan more now. Let's have his sword get a magic dragon in it.
He's
Also,
already
that's
absorbed
another-
multiple devil souls. Which
But
means that sword is unstable as all hell.
I mean, devils are the stable ones. You're thinking of demons. Or Demons,
Okay.
not daemons, but you get my point.
A sword that absorbs souls, that includes the very powerful souls that you generally have with devils. That sword is going to be unstable, to say the least, just with the sheer amount of power within it. And its
Oh,
source.
power-wise unstable, yes. I
Yeah.
was talking about, like, the devils probably have a hierarchy of souls in there, like, which soul talks to who and where.
Yes. It's one of those, we want to destroy it as soon as possible options.
Mm-hmm. So, for all intents and purposes, we can consider the Wufu Kingdom effectively hostile territory.
Yes. We would want to tread very carefully in that region, taking back trails, avoiding large urban areas.
Well, unless somehow we can find a boat that's intact and that could sail us to the other kingdom, to the west of Wufu. I'm not sure how else we could sit.
Does anyone here know how to sail a boat?
No, my education did not cover that. It's not exactly common for an inquisitor to be a ship captain, unless they were that in a previous life.
I specialize in, forests, mountains, stuff that involves ground, not water.
Mm-hmm. Which then brings us back to the question: what would be the safest way of traversing through the Wufu Kingdom? There's bound to be patrols on just about every major road.
That's why I'm suggesting back roads.
Yes.
Bushwhack, if we have to.
There'll probably be patrols there, but they should hopefully be less so.
And it's not that hard to disguise patrols, making it look like a wild animal took them out, or bandits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If only there was some way we could at least disguise ourselves to look more like locals, but then that would lead to the question of why you're out of the city and there's like some curfew or something.
We do have a bit of a slight problem attempting that, and Vikram's pointing to Alara. She's a paladin. If she's asked a question, she can refuse to answer, which will get her immediately arrested, or she has to tell the truth. One of the two.
What if, with her consent, of course, what if I were to cast silence on her, and as such, she could not speak or anything, and we could pretend that she is mute, and that someone answers for her?
Mm-hmm.
Alara kind of looks over, cocks her head, and goes, as a last resort, I kind of need my voice to do magic.
It was a suggestion.
We could get like hats of disguise. They're not cheap, but they're useful.
Yes.
But since we're dealing with a kingdom that is a touch on the evil side, they will be able to detect myself or Alara very quickly with magical means. So I'm thinking just keep off the roads is our best option.
Out of character, what exactly is your alignment? Because I thought you were like one of the neutral ones.
I'm neutral good. Alara's lawful good. And because she is mostly paladin, she's like a goddamn signal flare.
Okay. So I'm basically the only one that could probably escape magical detection.
Lawful versus chaotic, you'll get pinged on that one, but in a kingdom like this, they don't care about lawful versus chaotic. They more care about good versus evil.
Honestly, they probably wouldn't have a huge issue with lawful neutral individuals.
Yeah, generally no.
So we could disguise ourselves, but again, as you mentioned, you two would kind of stick out like a signal flare in a dark room.
Pretty much.
So bushwhacking seems to be our best bet.
Though we will need to dip our toes into cities at times. If we move quickly enough through them, though, we could get to potential allies.
Potentially. Potentially. Well, so I guess it's decided. Our initial short-term goal is to acquire more information about the Wufu Kingdom, either from within Wufu itself or from the kingdom to the west. Which does beg the question, what do we know about the kingdom of the west?
That'd be a knowledge local check.
Thankfully, I actually have points in knowledge local.
Go for it.
What do I know? Let's see. Do I have some spell that could just let me take a natural 20? Nope. Unfortunately, I don't have anything like that. What do I know?
Okay. The kingdom to the west is known as the. Let me just pull up the map right here.
Ty, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Are you on voice activation, Ty?
Yes.
You may want to switch to push to talk. It's just more stable.
No, I have to talk.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Alright. The kingdom to the west is known as the Arab Republic. Pretty much, it's not a kingdom; it's a republic, and the Arab, which is, and rumor is that the Arab Republic and the Wufu Empire has been in war for at least several years now, ever since the new emperor took over.
Okay, so we have a potential ally.
Yes.
We just got to get to them.
Well, we just need to somehow find a way into the Arrowville Republic. That would definitely give us at least some breathing room to work with.
I can get us through the Western Mountains, if they're anything like these Eastern Mountains.
Yes, and if need be, I could at least, thanks to magic, I could at least keep an eye out for the blue dragon, I believe it was in the west.
Mm-hmm.
Blue dragon. Yep, I could keep.
A blue dragon is a bit easier to reason with than a red. If I remember my dragon.
Plus, at least I could detect them from about 30 for about. Actually, how far away can I spell? Give me a second to check. Not much. We're just deciding we're going to go to the Arrowville Republic, possibly go through Wufu Kingdom, and what exactly was the distance of that spell? 30 miles. So 30-mile radius centered on me for finding that blue dragon.
So you're a radar dish.
Yep.
Do we have to spin you while walking?
No, I think me just holding out my holy symbol like a rosette would probably do it all for me.
Yep.
But I'd be able to find the dragon, see where it is, what its heading is, how it's moving, all sorts of neat things.
Nice.
The nature checks would at least still let us know that it was probably in this area at one point. But with Find Quarry, I could find it immediately, exactly where it is.
Hooray! So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, Diplo.
Yep.
So you hanging out?
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna head through the scorched earth. Well, we don't even really worry about food because hey, we've got somebody who can make limitless reserves of it.
Yep. That. And while we head out, I'm going to at least, as we get to the river, I'm going to take like a small sample of the river.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's obviously poison, but the character would want to have at least recording of that stuff. for like testing stuff.
Well, I know I got a sample a while back of the other one, but I basically know what this stuff is at this point.
It'd also be good to have a new sample in case it's been modified.
So yeah, we're gonna have to swing to the south, and then we'll cross through the mountains on the path that I discovered. We just gotta keep our head down for the dragon.
Quick question though, Ty. What exactly is this the set of buildings in like the bottom center? Look like tents?
Where?
That's a floating city.
That's a dead floating city.
It was basically, you know, those I think in like Vietnam they had the floating cities that were built in marshes and river deltas because land was so limited, so they had the really lightweight buildings built onto the docks. That's what those are.
Hey, before we head out, do you think we should go down there, like, see, like, for looting purposes, or?
This area's pretty scorched. I mean, we could try to swing down there, see if there's anything of value, but I mean, you saw how picked clean the capital was, and that was probably the last thing that was hit.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, I suspect it was probably the refugees who were just doing all the picking.
Wait, don't worry, everybody. I got this. I can teleport us all there instantly.
Teleport us where?
To the floating city.
Down to the floating city.
That'll definitely cut down on travel time.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's roll to see if we end up in a different place, because I'm not using a greater teleport on that. Woo!
Where did we end up?
Nowhere weird, actually. I think 97 is the exact cap. So
Pretty much right where we want to be.
yeah, I think 97 is the exact cap. Let's see. Let's double check. Yeah, on target. Exactly.
Okay. Got it. Woohoo. But isn't that with an area that you're familiar with?
Yeah, and if it's not an area I'm familiar with, I'm 1/10 off.
Whatever
Meaning-
1/10 is.
So basically, we'd be a little bit in the water or a little bit in land.
All right. Okay.
And I am a person with a genius level intellect and wisdom. I don't think everything is familiar eventually once you have enough knowledge.
So yeah, we probably end up on what, outskirts of town?
You know, teleporting to the king's palace, that would be something where it's like, I've never been inside of it, so it would be something I studied carefully.
Yep.
Or seen casually.
Good luck.
So I'm gonna, because this is both wasteland and urban, it is treated as favored terrain, so I get a +10 to my perception, since I'm searching around for anything that can be used, as well as keep an eye out for traps or baddies.
Right, you find some arrows. Let me see now. A couple of ropes, and let me see what else. Yeah, some arrows and some ropes. Pretty much try to escape the city before it collapses.
So at least some material we can use. Extra rope's always nice.
I guess one of us will stuff it into our bags of holding.
How many ropes, and are they like the full 50-foot size ones?
Mm-hmm. About 4 of them.
All right, so I'll take one.
Alara will take one and throw it into her bag of holding. Extra rope, always nice.
Also, you look around and you actually see some alchemist fire.
Ooh.
At least 3 vials of it.
Oh, snacks. Don't let me near them or I'll drink it. Glug, glug, glug.
That That would be one hell of a gargle blaster, I'd imagine.
So, Ty, how scorched is this floating dock city?
Pretty much scorched. And you also see one more interesting person.
One more what?
Interesting person.
Interesting thing. Okay.
Hiding.
So either we found a survivor or a body.
Yes, actually.
Remy Victorin, do a perception check.
Okay.
42.
Just see perception.
Although tattered and beaten up, you notice the mark of the wet roof company.
So he's dead. A dead mercenary.
How tough does this guy look?
He looks like he is about to die any minute now.
Oh, he's still alive. Heal check.
But that's my job.
Well, I assist you then.
Wait. I think the correct answer is
37.
claps hands, cure critical wounds.
Don't waste it.
Fine.
Who are you guys? Don't tell me about to take me back. I will fight you if I have to.
Take you back where?
You're kind of tough with your weapon sitting over there, and I point over my shoulder, since it's right now basically in a medical tent.
We are not.
I refuse to take back. They're slave drivers. All of them. This is the worst time I've ever seen. Where's the wolf company? Where's...
I'm afraid that as far as survivors go, you're the only one we have seen. But I assure you, we are not of Wufu. We have been sent here by the King of Westwood. I am Inquisitor Saloon Safina. And you are?
Man.
Diplomacy check. 27.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Oh no, I was being diplomatic.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm Hoy Carlo. Just Hoy is fine. Me and my brothers were sent here to the Wufu Kingdom to wreck the barrier, but somehow I messed up and some of the citizens got away. They've been chasing me ever since. Ooh. And just as
Laura's
he said,
going to do a scan. Is going to do a detect evil on him.
I can do that by basically default.
She can do it too. Scanning.
he's fine.
So he's neutral.
So neutral or good. Probably neutral.
Oh
Duck.
god, does he have a bomb attached to him?
No, but duck. Hide.
Duck!
Is he saying duck?
Get down to the ground.
And just then a pistol shot rings off.
There's... Not good. Shit. Is everyone alright?
I think I'm fine. I'm gonna try and disappear into the ruins, and then keep an eye out for what happened.
I'm going to also do like a stealth check to hide and a perception check to try and hear where the shot came from.
12.
Perception of 50. Stealth of 44. I am a ghost.
Yeah, I didn't have good rolls.
Vikram disappears into the ruins. Just gone. He is somewhere.
All right, so with a 21, I'll try and hide here-ish. But with
Yeah,
the
good luck.
yeah, okay, with the 28, was I at least able to hear where the shot came from?
Yeah, directly from his pistol.
Do I know where this guy is?
Yeah, about here. And with about 30 troops flanking him.
What's flanking him?
About 20 to 30 troops flanking him.
What was
20
that?
to 30?
Mm-hmm.
32 troops flanking him. Oh boy.
Did I see any symbols on them that I recognize?
Wufu Kingdom.
This guy's the leader?
Actually find out.
Are they all
Does this guy
grouped
look-
up?
Yeah.
From
See-
a very good distance away, I got far shot. From a distance of about over 200 feet from the ruins, I'm going to start raining down arrows on these guys where they'll be unable to see me since they know where they are.
No, let me handle this. This is what the wizard does.
I'm a machine gun. Let me do my job.
Well, you can pick off the remainder.
He approaches Sulu like, "Excuse me, have you seen a wizard around here lately?"
Are you referring to one alive or dead?
Elven or human?
Hopefully alive, but it doesn't matter. He's going to die either way.
I mean, the same could be said for you.
And what does that mean?
You are immortal. We're all mortals. One day we will all die.
You will.
Interesting. Unfortunately, I have a job to do. If you haven't seen the wizard, then I have no need for you. Check upstairs. Sorry, check the capital. Maybe he's finding it there. And if that,
Odds are, if he was a wizard there, he probably would have gone to the capital, as that's probably where he would have probably felt the best chance of safe refuge. So after all,
diplomacy?
21.
Are you sure?
Oh, I can't say we're for certain on these things, but well,
Yeah.
we're better off
Odds
than
are.
we could be.
By the way, where are you from? I haven't noticed any survivors here lately. In fact, where are the survivors?
We're simply investigators here sent from another kingdom to try and find out what exactly happened to a lack of trade.
Diplomacy?
$24.
Fine. Anyway, I'll be off. Come, troops. Yes, Mr. Winchester. And
Saloon tips her hat.
he tips his back and walks away.
Ty, do I notice that they have dedicated supply caravan with them?
Yep.
Crazy idea, guys. But when they set up their base camp for the night, we burn down the supply tent.
Sure.
All in favor?
Yes.
I know.
I would probably, I would probably want to take the lead with it,
Yes.
as I'm.
Take the supplies, burn the rest.
I'll only take anything of value. Nothing. I highly doubt they have much worth value. So we'll shadow them at a good distance. Do you need me to do a survival check to track them, or is it pretty obvious in the ashen dirt with a large group of people? And
It's pretty obvious.
Okay, so basically, I would succeed automatically. Because I'd have a check of something like 30 to survival and crack these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we're able to keep our distance just out of sight of them. So wait for nightfall until it gets nice and dark.
All right, they're parked by the river, actually.
They're parked by what?
All right, so they parked by the river. Actually, you notice a vial Mr. Winchester is holding in his hand. He pours the vial, and suddenly, boom! At least the lights, the water is pure again.
Does he have more than one vial?
Only one way to find out.
I'm gonna wait until dead of night, where most of the people in the camp will be asleep. Only a couple of guards.
All right.
We should double check one thing with favorite terrain. See if I get a stealth bonus to that.
I'd like to state that when we're about to begin, I apply the oil of silence to my rifle.
I do not expect combat to be happening.
I'll just do it just in case.
Okay, no problem.
So, do you just want me to throw a fireball down there?
No, that's too obvious. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it look like a lantern tipped over and hit a spilled can of oil.
You want one of the alchemist fires to make it a bit more.
I don't want to introduce anything into it that makes them think sabotage. What I want to do is make it think
an
it was
accident.
pure accident.
I just want to fireball them, is all.
Don't worry. We'll come across a bunch of people that will be deserving of a fireball.
I do get a +2 to stealth in Wasteland. So, I am a whisper in the night. I'm also going to roll perception to keep an eye out for any sort of traps.
Sandra's sneaking in to just fireball.
Amazingly, I still roll really well on my perception.
And Remy swims. Because
Ignore stream. Wrong.
So yeah, Remy's working.
Ignore that one.
Remy, are you good at pickpocketing?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I'm actually very good at pickpocketing. What are we talking about now?
I can pickpocket as well.
Are we all just sneaking in?
Well, the only people that are going to be at that point, it's just going to be Alara and the Hawk that'll be hanging out at a rendezvous point.
Wait. The best part is we're all still able to communicate because I have spells for that. So we're all just still talking.
Oh yeah,
And we don't make noise when we do it because TACnet.
Nice.
Because telepathy.
Nice. That is a useful spell, Remy, but that's definitely a useful spell, but I've got to do some prep work. So I'm going to go into one of their supply tents, presuming there isn't a guard, and I'm going to look around. What kind of supplies do they have in there?
seeing that it's the long-range division, it's bows, arrows, firearms, guns, bullets, musket rifles.
I'm going to take... Wait. Are there kegs of black powder?
Of course. And of course, some alchemist fire as well.
Okay. Are these things very neatly stacked, or do they haphazardly stack them?
Very neatly stacked.
I'm just going to take out my dagger and pry one of the boards loose and have a little bit of gunpowder pile.
Remy and Sandra, meanwhile, are stealing the alchemist fires. How many alchemist fires are there, Ty?
About 2 kegs worth.
Ooh. Also,
2
question.
kegs worth of alchemist fire?
Yeah.
Remember,
Question.
there's about 20 or 30 troops, so yeah.
Question, Diplo. That
Yeah.
spell you're using, does that allow us to basically communicate our thoughts to somebody else, or is that a different spell?
I can have that spell ready and stuff, but no, this is just more generic message where it's basically I can ping any of you and you can ping me back, and then I basically act as a relay network.
So
Okay.
Because it's a cantrip, and that's spend a 5th level spell slot or just use a cantrip, and then you just have to accept the
Ty?
fact that
Is there a lantern oil and a lit lantern in here?
Let me double check.
oh god.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we'll leave one
Okay.
of the. We're leaving one of the alchemist fire kegs.
Yep.
We'll take the other one because the other one's enough.
Yeah.
We just need the one.
So I've got basically I make it look like there was somebody left an open tin of lantern oil that's dripped kind of onto the floor. I'm basically making a makeshift fuse with it. Is the lantern on and currently hanging in the middle of the tent?
Mm-hmm.
Lantern oil is going directly underneath it into a nice little puddle, and that lantern oil goes directly to that nice little pile of powder next to the kegs. Is there anything else that would be easily melted that we could or destroyed? Is there any parchment in here?
Other than firewood for the night, no.
No parchment, no scrolls.
Nope.
Okay. I know exactly.
Before you do this, relaying through Diplo, are there any bullets that you could take?
I probably could get away with some of their firearm supplies. So
I mean, a handful or so of rifle rounds.
I'll grab a keg of powder for you, and if they've got any raw brass and raw lead, I'll take a couple of ingots of that.
All right.
So about 20 ingots.
I'm gonna take just a couple ingots here and there, not a lot, enough that not enough that it'll be noticed.
Yeah, basically.
Again, this is going into bags of holding, handy haversacks. So,
Wait, are the bags of holding going to handy haversacks?
yes.
The items are going into bags of holding.
I pull out a bag of holding from a handy haversack. I put the stuff into the bag of holding, then I put the bag of holding back in the handy haversack.
And then the black hole forms.
No, technically it requires the.
Nope, actually,
I looked this up.
Only happens with
I know. I just
That's why I was saying, thank God this isn't 3rd edition.
I missed the black hole.
That exists if you use a portable hole. So, okay. What I'll do to set this off is I've got 2 options. I can either have an unreliable fuse, an unreliable timer by basically cutting the line that's hanging the lantern enough so that it starts slipping, then I kind of quickly get out of there. Or I could fire an arrow through the tent and try and take it out using one of their arrows. Which method do you guys prefer?
I would prefer the one that it looks like just an accident.
Okay. Ty, I'm going to cut the twine so that it's starting to fray, and then I'm going to get out of there. Unless Jim Pan or you guys want to try and pickpocket anything off of the leader, that might be of value.
Oh no, I can just fireball him once he's running.
No, we want these guys to have to fall back due to a supply accident. We're saboteurs, not thieves, not killers.
Fine.
Don't worry, the killing comes later.
Remy, do you want to help me go steal everything valuable from their leader?
I can.
Only take samples and things that will not be missed.
Fine, then we're just not going to steal anything. They say while they're carrying away a keg of alchemist fire.
So yeah. Once you guys give me the go-ahead, I'll be the last one out of the camp because I can move really quickly.
All right. I'm out of the camp.
Okay. Are you guys going to try and do a sleight of hand check at all on that guy? See if you can get one of those vials? Figure out what it is?
Yeah. Out of character, though, what is everyone else's sleight of hand? Because mine's a 22.
Mine's a 6.
3.
Diplo?
Yes?
What's your sleight of hand?
My sleight of hand? Only +7.
So I'm the thief, then.
Yep, you're going to be taking...
I just haven't put any ranks in it, though. That's the thing.
And I'm guessing this isn't something I could just take a 10 on.
No.
Ah,
If
well.
we've got any invisibility spells, I recommend using them now. Unless the guy's asleep, then it's a bit easier to pull off.
And is he asleep?
Mm-mm.
Not asleep. And I don't have any invisibility spells.
I have.
You do? Would you mind using one so our friend can be nice and stealthy?
Sure.
Sure.
Good thing I've got the fast stealth ability. You can move at full speed with while using stealth without penalty.
Okay. So, I'm guessing you cast the invisibility?
Huzzah!
Let's see. The recipient is receiving gear. Small cast. Okay. Let's see. So, the check for station invisibility is 40 plus my stealth and 20 plus my stealth. Okay.
If you're
All right. So, I'm guessing first make stealth, then do sleight.
pretty much, yeah, you're going to get close to him. You're going to take one of those vials that he used, and then you're going to get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm. Since technically I'm going in invisible, theoretically, couldn't I just be a little more careful and take a 10, or would that still just be trying to roll?
With a plus 20, just do the roll. You've got a damn good stealth as it is.
It's plus 17, but okay. Well, it would have gotten the result if I took a 10 anyway.
So that you'd be at a 47 to be noticed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And sleight of hand. Since I'm invisible, could it be argued that I'm being a little bit more careful while doing this, or still roll?
Mm-hmm.
So still roll. Okay.
I think
40.
you get it. I think you stole his pants.
So basically, I'm a Skyrim thief.
Pretty much.
I stole his clothing while he was wearing it, and he doesn't notice.
At least we got a vial of that thing now.
Yeah, realistically, that's probably all I took was just the vial.
Just a vial.
Mm-hmm. A vial. One vial. No more. And can I just use that 27 to sneak out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Use that 27 to sneak out?
Yeah. Once I get the word, I'll weaken the whatchamacallit. Just Okay,
Once I get
start to
past,
fray and run,
once I
and
get
then
past Vikrin,
zoom out.
all right.
Then
Once
zoom
I hear
out.
the boom, I run.
Well, yeah. Well, I start slicing it. It's starting to fray. Then I'm going to move quickly. I believe it says I can move at full speed, so I believe that means I can move at 50 feet, sorry, I can move 100 feet around without incurring any penalties. So, and I'm just going to do another stealth. 31.
Just
Not the
enough.
best stealth. Yep. Get out of there. How long before the boom?
Let me see now. About 5 seconds.
Okay, so I've got about, what, 2 rounds to get out of there? Or is it
Yeah.
1 round?
2 rounds.
Yeah, so I'm gone. So there's a big boom.
What the? What's going on? Fire, sir! Fire! Fire!
It's a raging inferno. There's alchemist fire in there, man.
Dude, it's like,
Kegs are going off.
I mean, have you ever seen the movie Backdraft?
Yes.
It's probably
That with a tent.
and
They're-
magic.
They're all just clearing out of there. Like, find me whoever is responsible for this tent. Now! As he clears out of there with some of his troops.
Do I notice a guy trying to run away?
About... Let me see now.
Perception
Yeah,
check.
about... Go ahead.
Because I'm thinking we might just get an ally out of this. 38.
Yeah, one of the long range fires about like here. Like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Okay, so this guy, he's running away because he just hurt at the moment that order was find the guy that was responsible for the tent.
Yes.
So the quartermaster's running. Are people chasing him?
Let me check. About a couple people chasing him. Some troops. Some what are we seeing now? Yeah, a couple of people chasing him, some regular foul if anything.
As they're chasing it, like, sense motive on them. Can we, like, can I, like, use sense motive to, like, see, like, if they're running because they're chasing him or running because explosion happened, natural instinct, run away?
Chasing him.
Okay.
Okay, so
Seems like it
this
would
is
have been a
going to
good
be
use.
this is going to be tricky. Little Miss Mage, do you have any illusion magic available that might get these guys to go the wrong way or lose track of this guy?
It depends on how close he is. Probably the best thing I could do is just but it gets the job done.
Yep, I'm thinking something like ghost sound to make them think the guy is screaming in a different direction.
Oh,
Get
I
them to
mean,
try
I
and
can
go
do
up
that too, but
Yeah.
Visibility would help. And I think
No, do not. I would not cast invisibility on him. I want to be able to keep track of him myself.
it's only going to last a few minutes.
Okay, no problem. Well, yeah, he'll still leave tracks. So hold on. I'm going to actually use something I haven't used before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use Quarry.
Oh, yeah, find quarry.
Nope, I'm using. I have an ability called Quarry. As a standard action, a spellless ranger can denote one target within his line of sight as his quarry. Whenever the spellless ranger is falling to tracks of this quarry, he can take 10 survival skill checks while moving at normal speed without penalty. In addition, he receives a +2 insight bonus on attack rolls made against the quarry, and all critical threats are automatically confirmed. A spellless ranger can have no more than one quarry. The creature type must correspond to one of his favorite enemy types. He can dismiss effects free action, but they cannot select a new quarry for 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. If he sees proof the quarry is dead, the spellless ranger can get a new quarry within an hour. Quick question. Is this guy human?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can designate him as a quarry. So I basically have marked him as my quarry. I know I now have memorized his gait. I know exactly what tracks are his. So go ahead and make him invisible.
Well, that works. Okay. And now, poof. And let's have sounds going towards the river. Let's get them all to go to the river. That's a good idea. Into the river, boys.
It makes sense. Get off the scent.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, he's up to the river. I'm gonna try to drown himself. Kill him now.
They run the wrong way, don't they?
Yeah. And he's
Well,
right behind.
I'm going to track this guy down.
I'll follow.
Yep. Well, I'm moving.
Hey.
I'm moving at speed 50 to catch up to him quickly.
I'm running.
Guys, don't. I wouldn't run. You're gonna lose your stealth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just go at your normal
Um,
speeds. Just go at your normal speeds. I'll track him down. This is what rangers do.
Yep, I'm moving at my
Okay.
normal speed.
Me too.
So, is this guy continuing to run, or is he actually
Yeah,
slowing
yeah.
down now?
He's about to unhook his boat.
Unhook a boat?
Yeah.
Do I have enough time to do? Do I have enough time to sneak up on him and basically hand over mouth with a chloroform rag, or am I going to have to go for a tackle and try and wrestle him?
Let me see. You have enough time for now.
Okay. Chloroform rag. I'll do stealth check.
Look.
36.
All right.
As I'm quickly moving up behind him with the rag.
All right. So he's knocked out.
Okay.
No. No. No.
Okay, doing the standard hog tie. And this boat, is it pretty small little rowboat or something like that?
It's about several boats, including his. So yeah.
All right, so a couple rowboats. Okay.
Is there any lantern oil nearby these?
Probably. Let me check to make sure. Actually, yeah, there's going to be some lantern oil, so we could.
I'm half tempted to burn these things. Your guys' thoughts?
I would say, okay, so it's basically your typical rowboat. Now those
Yeah.
those can like hold like maybe like 3 people at max, right?
Well, it's troops, so it's about 7 people at max.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not small rowboats. So. But also, there's no one here attending to these things. So setting them on fire, not the biggest of deals.
Yeah. Though there's a part of
I
that
should note. I should note that they were attended, but it's not. But it's pretty much a running punch to knock them out.
Oh, this guy running punched one of the guards.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So there's witness. We're officially framing this guy as a saboteur. He is now going to be an uncooperative ally. All in favor,
Excellent.
say aye.
Aye. Also, question: wouldn't it be good to like maybe save one of those boats, like as like for the idea of like going through the rivers, like if it's like we come across a wide enough one, like for like night travel or something, or not really practical.
Look, unless you guys are going to be catching up to me pretty quick, what I'll do is I'll you know what? If I'll use some rope on the docks and tie the dock hand up. I tie this guy up, standard gag, and I'm going to burn all but
Actually-
2 of the boats. One of the boats, I am going to sabotage it with so it'll sink, and I'll push out into the water so it'll sink into the river, and people will think that he stole one of the boats. And the other boats, if you guys want to help me out, we can kind of try and carry it. We can try and hide it somewhere in the mountains.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is we take one of the boats as well. That absolutely ensures that it's basically ensured that he'd try to steal it.
Well, no. Actually, I will steal one of the boats. I don't need to sink it. I'll burn all the other boats, but take one of them. So
Yes.
these boats are now on fire,
Except one.
except one, which I have you guys help me drag out of the water.
All right, so I imagine like in like that time frame we finally caught up to
Actually, no, we don't. We don't drag it out of the water. We pull it well along the shore.
you. Okay, so basically just drag
we
it
don't leave.
further
So we
along,
don't
like-
leave. So we don't leave any drag marks.
Yeah, so we go like that. Then when we get to like this point, we then just try and bring it out of the water. Okay.
Yep. I'll camouflage it in the mountains.
Okay.
So yeah. How long before this guy wakes up, realizing he's hog tied and being and probably in the boat, tied to one of the.
About 20 seconds. About 12 seconds.
I'm gonna hop into the boat, standing over him.
I just want.
Well, he's got a rag in his mouth, and all he sees, because he's human and his eyes are probably not fully adjusted, and it's night. All he sees is a dark cloak and basically an empty hood, and a guy in some nice looking armor. I recommend you calm down.
Go do what to do.
I'm gonna pull the rag out of his mouth for a second.
You'll take me back to Mr. Winchester, aren't you?
No,
Wait,
we're not.
Huh? But
Because, well, if I were to do that, I'd be helping him find a saboteur.
saboteur. It was an ass. Wait.
Well, you kind of knocked out the other guy. He got tied up at a certain point, and then all but one of the boats got burned.
Oh no.
So I'm willing to make a deal with you. Tell us what you know. We'll get you over to the Republic where you'll be safe and sound.
I have no choice. All right. What do you want to know? I'm assuming by now y'all took this firearm by now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I stripped him down to basically just light clothing.
Okay, I was about to make sure.
His hands are tied behind his back. His legs are tied. His ankles are tied to his wrists. He's not going anywhere.
All right. So what do you want to know?
What was your mission out here in the wastes?
Look for survivors, take them to the arena, and take only female survivors to the brothel house.
Yeah, a slight problem with. Well, good thing we got here when we did. They're not going to find much, and well, I'm presuming they only have what supplies that were left in the tents people were sleeping in and on their packs. What would be your rough estimate to how many days worth of supplies they've got?
Yeah.
You were the quartermaster after all, correct?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was. We have two quartermasters, and at this point you just hear boom, 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 boom. They're dead. Yes, it's pretty much like
those guys should have run too. I could have gotten you all. I guess you're the lucky one today.
With that gun, no one survives. I guess I'm in the lucky one. Alright, what else you want to know?
How many days worth of supplies do they have? Obviously excluding what was destroyed in your main tent.
About 2 days worth of supplies.
Without the boats, will they be able to make it to a resupply point within that time?
Eventually, yes, around here. They have to resupply it either at Spirit Barrel. You have to resupply. So yes,
so they will be able to make it, but barely.
Yeah.
Good.
With a few losses, they'll be able to extend their rations. Though I suspect they'll probably operate at half rations for most of the trip.
Combined with a forced march, it's doable, not fun.
Somehow I can imagine Mr. Winchester would probably be having the full rations.
Wow. Hey, you guys need to worry about me. I can supply us with pretty much limitless supplies of food in almost any environment. That mountain goat stew a couple of nights back was quite tasty.
It was.
So where are we headed to now?
Well, for now, we're going to put the boat somewhere in case we need it in the future. This river is quite annoying to get across, and I presume this is very special wood it's made out of.
Yes, of course.
Then, well, we're going to cross the mountains because we can't use the normal passes. And after that, we'll have to use some back roads in the south. You wouldn't happen to know if there were any nice, safe smuggler passes that the guards tend to overlook due to things like bribes that we could use to avoid detection. You are a quartermaster after all. You should know the supply route.
I'm not supposed to say this, but let me see now.
As he's doing this, I'm going to sense motive to see if he's lying. Actually, no, I can just detect lies to begin with. Never mind.
Is that a constant ability?
Let's see. God, it's in here somewhere. Discern lies at 5th level. They can discern lies as per the spell for a number of rounds equal to the Inquisitor level. Rounds don't need to be consecutive. Pretty much.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually eat up spell slots. Useful.
Before Miss Fair, there's a hidden passageway about here.
Is it the path we took? Because I'm talking about I'm not talking about the mountains. I'm talking about the southern part of the kingdom itself.
Oh, the southern part. Yeah, here. Then yet they head for Smallville, so small town. After this,
so I'm talking about. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Wilson, yeah. Basically, something that gets us skirting the outskirts of Valor and gets us through that other forest to the west that then goes into the mountains in between Small Town and Iron Band.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no. But once we get to Small Town, it's open season. But between Small Town and Valor, it's pretty much anything goes.
What do you mean by open season?
As in, that's where the smugglers between Small Town and the Republic is conducted to. I'm knowing not to.
So there's an existing pass we can use. That'll save me some time and mapping. Fortunately, we found our own path through these eastern mountains. That makes life easy. All we have to do is worry about the dragon.
Yeah, good luck. The Emperor's trying to communicate with the dragon for years, and, well, it's not exactly.
It's a red dragon. They don't listen to anyone but themselves.
I know. The Emperor doesn't. He doesn't care. Between Ryu and the 3 divas, yeah. They could have killed the red dragon at any time. He just chose not to for now.
So yeah, I presume at this point we're probably getting close to that Spirit Bell area, or at least the I would say this northern mountain pass with the river going through it.
Yeah.
Gotta look for a nice big series of bushes or a rocky outcropping that's not the easiest to get to, but definitely off the beaten path, and get the boat hidden up there. I'll do a survival check to make sure it's nice and hidden. This would be outside of my specialty, so don't get a bonus.
All right. Give me a second while I reload the game.
Let me know when you're good to go.
Okay, go.
34 to get this thing nice and well hidden.
Oh yeah, no one sings the boat ever, except for you guys, of course.
Well, we know where it is. Also, this guy, we will have somebody hold him down closer to the river, so he doesn't. Alara will hold him by the river, so he doesn't see where this thing goes. At this point, I'll probably have a slip into the mountains. I'll do another survival check to find a nice campsite that's well hidden. Yeah, I think I find us a campsite. And I guess we're settling in for the night, guys.
Yep.
Set up tents. We'll have this guy in the. I'll set up one of the spare tents, and a spare cot that I've got for him. I'll be nice, and we'll have somebody watching him constantly through the night. So.
Okay. So we're in the mountains.
Yep.
Okay. Before Saloon would go to bed, she's going to use the spell Find Query specifically to look for the red dragon. Is it within 30 miles of her?
Why are you modifying the guy's memory?
I can do it if you want to.
Oh, okay. You're okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim.
I can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If we need to, we can always modify his memory. So, yeah, that's the northern one. Then we're gonna have to skirt south pretty quick to get to the trail that we know, since I do not want to have to get anywhere nearby this capital.
Mm-hmm.
So, the next day of travel will probably be getting to the south. That's that about right, Ty?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, we go through the pass, which takes about 2 days.
And again, I'd like to state that just before my character goes to bed, she does Find Query just to see where the red dragon is. And mainly just to see if it's within 30 miles of her.
Nope, he's just right here chilling.
Okay, so we're good.
He's hanging out. He likes hanging out in that middle section of mountains. Nice. Okay, Remy, we'll have you kind of keep an eye on him most of the night, and we'll have somebody kind of pinch in for you for your 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I should have gotten a ring of sustenance. I just completely forgot about that thing.
So, running along mountains. So, Ty, does it still take about 2 days to get across the mountains to the pass I found?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So again, we'll set up camps. I'll do 2 checks for finding good camps both nights. Then I've got to guide us through the forest. And make sure we kind of stay a little hidden while going through the forest. So I think that gets us, to the edge of the forest over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just move the tokens there. Then can we get to the other these other things within a day if we hoof it?
Yeah.
Okay. 33. To find a decent campsite somewhat in the forest. Then let's get ourselves to this small town. Also, during most of the travel, this guy's gagged. and hands tied. With rope coil round waist, so basically hand tied to rope belt, piece of rope going off on either end.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going anywhere. So I'm thinking we put the Inquisitor in front of him and the Paladin behind him.
Yes.
Just to intimidate the shit out of him.
Actually, no. The Paladin in front and the Inquisitor behind.
Yeah. Okay.
Paladin would not stab someone in the back.
Ah, true. Yeah, this guy's basically looking at a very obvious holy symbol of Iomedae on a shield that's on her back during the entire journey.
And the holy symbol of Abadar. And very obvious Inquisitor garb.
So, what are this guy's nerves like after 3-4 days of traveling with us?
He's about calm now. At least he knows he's not going to kill him right away.
So the Stockholm Syndrome is caught up.
We're like, oh my god, I'm not going to die yet.
Also, he's probably getting some of the best food of his life on the trail right now.
Compared to Mr. Winchester's food, yeah.
Yeah, magically summoned food, cooked by a survivalist. So not the tastiest out there, but hey, it's better than a lot of cooks. And just for kicks and giggles, he gets a cot every night.
Probably more comfortable than he's had in a long time.
Yep, cot with a bedroll. This guy's life as a prisoner has been better than his life as a quartermaster.
Yep.
Well, debatable when he gets to town, but other than that,
Yeah, as we get to town, I would like to do like a perception check, just to like keep an eye out for like any guards.
Same here.
Yeah, like for guards and other people that are guarding the area.
I do the same. 50 to keep an eye out.
35, so I kind of help them.
probably other two jackass guards we've seen before, not really.
We just skirt around them. They probably don't even notice us.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'll untie the guy's waist and remove the things, but his wrists will still be tied. And I'll throw. You know how they do with courtrooms? They'll throw like a coat over someone's hands to hide the handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to remove any. I'm going to put him in basically what looks like kind of standard travel gear, just
like a cloak over him.
Yeah, basically, I'll throw a spare cloak over him or something, or an armored coat or something like that I've got. And I'll throw that over him, so it looks like he's just kind of a generic adventurer. Throw a backpack on him, throw some crap in it.
Out of curiosity, as far as like his handcuffs, his hands being cuffed, are they like in the front or back?
I'm doing front because it's less obvious, and we were doing the rope belt with the rope belt method.
Okay.
So his hands are tied. We got that covered. So we're just gonna skirt into town. Could I use diplomacy to kind of try and pick up any rumors at the local tavern?
Does diplomacy be used for that?
It is technically it's one of the types of gather information checks out there. 23, just kind of hear what the small town rumors are like. Nothing too major. Mainly talking to barkeeps and guys sitting at the bar.
Let me see. Oh, you heard one of them dropped the ball in the fortress, right? Oh, yeah, that wizard. Hopefully, Win just doesn't catch up. Yeah, at least it's better than the quote unquote world champion. Yeah, he has a arena sub and everything.
I assume that he relays this to us.
No, he's kind of listening. He's talking to him.
Yeah.
See what the lay of the land is. Don't really direct the conversation anywhere particular.
As far as the lay of the land, it's goblins, orcs, humans, elves, pretty much all that ran away from the Wufu Empire's expansion just to survive.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, and as I'm at the bar, I'm going to have a drink. I'd like to use a sense motive to gauge what exactly people are thinking, considering my character is very obviously an inquisitor with a holy symbol out. What their reactions are like. We need to kick you out. Somebody try and poison this person. Things like that.
Go ahead.
36.
Inquisitor? You're bold. Hopefully you haven't been to town yet. Well, it can't because the barrier that surrounded it.
You'll find that an inquisitor, when they're truly determined, will find ways around even powerful barriers.
Well, good luck. Don't throw that holy symbol around because, well, you're not going to like it. Especially if we get to Wufu.
Even though my holy symbol is of Abadar, whose domains are. Where are you?
Abadar is lawful
Uh,
neutral. He's a god of civilization, craft,
Merchants,
and
wealth.
law. He's fairly generic. Very few kingdoms have a hatred for him just because, well, he's kind of important, and you really do not want to lose his favor. The ones that you have to worry about would be Vikran's Destin holy symbol and Alara's Iomedaean holy symbol.
Hmm.
But a paladin is a paladin, and attacking paladins directly is
Kind of a
it's not
faux
the
pas.
it's not the it's a faux pas. And Vikran's, he can stow in when he goes into this, he's stowing his into pocket basically. So there's like a leather loop that goes into a pocket, but it's not exactly, you don't see a holy symbol. He was defiant when he entered, but right now he's trying to collect information, so he's going to be a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier for you, but my character, it's not as easy to hide that stuff. Theoretically, I could just hide the symbol inside me, but my clothing would still give away as an Inquisitor.
All right, be right back. I think get some water.
Okay.
So, time to go into the mountains, guys?
Yep, time to go into the mountains.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I should ask Ty if I should have done a fortitude check to see if they tried to poison me.
Yep. So a 36 to try and get us through these passes and find decent camping sites that are off the beaten path.
It'll let you know when he gets back from getting some water.
Okay.
Back.
Welcome back. So, with that drink that my character was having, should she do like a fortitude check or?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't poisoned.
Nope. Unless you ask the wrong questions, and then. But for right now, nope. No poison.
Whew. So basically, the 36. What was that for? Setting up a camp or something in the mountains, Seawall? And now he stepped out.
So we're working our way through the mountain. I got a 36 to guide us through the passes and get us decent camping sites off the beaten path.
Just be careful. Half the kingdom is already conquered by the Wufu kingdom. So once you emerge, you still have to sneak your way through it.
Yes, because they could assume that we are simply Wufu and infiltrators, I assume.
They assume all that comes to our town is pretty much hates the Wufu kingdom, so yeah.
All right. So, through the mountains we go.
All right, and this, and then. Oh, come on. There we go.
So I'm guessing like would probably be like somewhere around here-ish.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, out of curiosity, to anyone that's used Roll20 a lot, when you click on your character, it causes like this little pop-up of like attack, charisma check, and whatnot. Is there some way to like to deactivate that?
What?
Like when you click on your character token, there'll be like a bar that'll just appear near the top screen. Be like attack, charisma check, constitution check, dex, initiative, etc. Is there a way to disable that? And it goes away when you unclick your character's token.
Now, the Master Arms pretty much tells you, okay, Windtown, Grassvalley, and Water Run is owned by the Wufu Kingdom. Yeah, technically, if you go and get near,
What exactly is the true loyalty? Would they just immediately turn us over, or is their ownership to Wufu just more ink on paper than anything else?
ink on paper, if anything else.
So unless we make so much noise, they'd probably be content to just ignore us.
So we're gonna try and. I'm thinking we go to Windtown. We find a nice river crossing, get into the forest, and move towards the Arrowville Church. Then work our way up to the Arrowville Republic, their capital.
Yes.
Best option. Best option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever we do, don't go to a tier.
We'll go to.
Yeah,
That's the
military.
fort. That's a
Yeah.
military fortification.
Exactly.
So what is this thing that's right next to it? That the arena
That-
as well?
That's the Arrowville military fortification.
It's a second line of defense, probably also a command center.
All right.
So yeah, pretty much.
So we shall continue through the mountains. Avoid Windtown, or do we risk trying to enter? For just outskirts stuff.
We have a prisoner. We're going to want to do outskirts since we don't know how friendly it is. Small town was a corrupt hellhole, so no one's going to report anything. So yeah, 37 to get us the rest of the way through and probably get us to the base of the mountains.
All right, you're fine.
Then, realistically, out of all of us, which one could possibly enter Windtown without drawing a whole lot of attention? I'm suspecting Remy might theoretically be the best bet.
She's a bard. She's going to draw some attention, unless she specifically chooses to be lesser noticed. People
Yes.
I
tend to
feel
not-
like as an elf, I'll be noticed.
Mm-hmm.
People tend not to notice me with how I set up my gear. They generally don't take notice of the guy with the hood and the mask, who just looks like a dirty adventurer.
Yes, they probably take quite a bit of notice of me as well. But I suppose I could let you borrow my hat, and I could keep my the rosette hidden. That might grant me a little bit for unnoticement.
We'll do a scouting run on our way back of the town. For now, we'll just skip it.
Yeah, sounds good.
So throttles check to continue guiding us around Windtown probably along the coastline,
Mm-hmm.
following areas that have good coverage from observation, as well as fairly easy to overland travel.
Pretty much here.
Where? Oh, I mean down to here.
Hmm?
We're going along the southern coast.
Yeah, no.
Right about there. Then one more day to get us to the river.
Like, remember the river is rapid because of the waterfall.
What was that about the waterfall?
There's a waterfall, so yeah, it's Rusty Rapids.
Just out of curiosity, like this area, like here, this would be like sheer cliff face or something.
Where?
Like right, like the coast here, right below the Arrowville Church. Would that be like just sheer cliff face then?
Oh no, it's no.
You guys forget we have somebody with a magic broom.
Oh right.
Yeah, she could ferry us across.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Ferry across. We're now in this forest, and
So we're in the forest, I guess, right around here-ish.
yep. And probably after setting up a nice base camp, we're going to get to the Arrowville Church. It's the first stop. Hopefully, try to meet up with any officials after another. With any officials that are there, government officials or church officials, either one will work for me.
Yeah, and as we get closer there, I'm going to use like a perception check to see if I can see like any Wufu guards, or if any guards I
Same
see
here.
are just that of the Arrow Republic. 21.
Is
That's
this
not
quick
good.
question? Is this an Elven Republic or is it a mixture?
Mostly elven, but mixture.
Oh, goody! We have a drow and elf country. This is going to go swimmingly.
Well, shame we can't do whiteface on you.
It doesn't work. The red eyes give it away. Don't worry, Vikran does have the whole cover his face thing, so yeah. And the Destin stuff does keep people calm. Besides, we also have a paladin of Iomade vouching for him.
And an Inquisitor.
So yeah, so we'll be a little suspicious, but not too. So 31 for perception. 39 to keep an eye out for guards and things of that nature. Try to
One
make sure
one Arrowville guard.
are we able to avoid him?
If we try to avoid them, that might cause some problems.
I
What
prefer
I'd
not
suggest-
to. Well, I would prefer. Well, actually, yeah, we might as well approach him. I'll
At a
kind
distance,
of, yeah. I'll
not-
kind of wave. Is it an elf or a human?
Elf.
I'll greet him in Elven, saying, just, "Hello there, guard."
Oh, who are you? What do you want? You trying to take care of a church?
No, I'm trying to find the quickest path to the Airville Church. We're explorers in the region. We were looking into the kingdom to the east. Wanted to see if there was any more information about what happened available over here.
Ah. Well, you seem trustworthy. Follow me.
Sense motive?
Yeah, someone sense motive him.
Not good.
I can try.
Also, discerning lies. Does he discern lies with his statement of, well, you seem trustful?
Okay.
Well, he sees my guy's kind of clearly ranger, destined holy symbol.
Yeah.
He might be a little confused by the whole guy that's tied up.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, discern lies, see if he's actually being truthful or sarcastic or lying
Yeah.
about you being trustworthy.
That is sense motive.
Well, I think he's being honest.
He's sarcastic, but he's telling the truth because he sees the holy symbol is on you.
Okay.
Yeah, he what? Abadar, Desna, Iomade. The Amadean one's a paladin.
Welcome to Arrowville Church, where, well, we right at home.
Is this a non-denominational temple, or is it specifically to one god?
Non-denominational.
Understood.
Pretty much that's why it's so big, because
Got it.
I guess like each wing has their own little section dedicated to specific
There,
gods.
there are shrines, things of that nature. Let's see. Do I see anyone that looks like a government official,
yeah.
or a higher ranked guard?
One high-ranked guard talking to one government official and the overall pastor of the church.
I'll walk up to him and say, "Hello, gentlemen."
Hello. What brings you to the church? I haven't seen you before.
We're from fairly far away. We're from we were commissioned by the king of a place called Westwood to investigate what happened to the empire east of what was the name? What was the name of the empire we're investigating?
Wufu.
To the civilization to the east of Wufu. We are passing through, seeing if we can't get any more information about what happened.
They got destroyed by devils.
Yes. We noticed. We even bumped into a gentleman named Winchester.
And you survived?
Well, he only spoke to our Inquisitor, and our Inquisitor was able to convince him that we were just scouting the area. No real details. We then may have caused an inadvertent explosion in his supply tent. And we go on the quartermasters, and I pull the guy forward.
If it wasn't a choice, I'd spike you on the spot, but...
As far as Wufu is concerned, he is a traitor who sabotaged the camp. As such, quite literally, his life is in our hands.
Interesting. Well, what do you want to know for now?
Well, for now, I think he probably just wants a sanctuary. Isn't that right, buddy? I look over at him.
Yes, please.
No, he's gagged still.
Of course, all churches drink sanctuary. He is welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
I looked to
the quartermaster, and I look to the quartermaster as he's being untied. I would recommend that you be very truthful with everything you know. While they may be accepting of you here, outside of the church, probably not so much. But if you can at least get those in the church to vouch for you, that might give you a chance.
I'll push him. I'll have him kind of go over. He'll probably be pulled by one of the clerics to go be checked out.
Yeah, exactly.
And a guard will probably go with him too, just to debrief him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope he takes Saloon's advice, because that is probably the best advice that he could have.
Yep. His wrists are probably very sore after being tied up for a week and a half.
At that, he hasn't had a chance to rub them down.
Yeah.
So, as far as the church goes, outside of the individual wings that probably have their own shrines, is there any other general areas like a commissary for eating, place for sleeping, stuff like that?
Yeah, the central area is the general area, and then everything is and then from there the wings spread out from there.
Well, I think we've had a nice long journey, and let's see if we can't toss a nice little pile of gold into the coffers for this place so we can get a decent and secure place to sleep.
Yes.
So I'll dump personally, 20 gold into the coffer.
I'll offer 20 as well.
Yeah. Obviously, my holy symbol is seen.
Also, like, if there's like any writings on the wall, are there like in any languages outside of Common, such as like Celestial? Probably a no, but for Infernal, Abysmal, Draconic.
Only Common.
Okay.
You'd think there'd be Elven because this is an Elven kingdom.
Well, Elven as well, but they had to intermerge ever since Wufu took over because they have flood senses. So Elven on one side,
Got it,
and then
so they're dealing with refugees.
exactly.
Is there a refugee camp set up nearby the church?
Nope, all the refugees is up in the Republic.
Okay, so there's probably some floating around, but they'll be in the normal quarters that are available.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rick and Noir probably go get a bite to eat at the commissary. Probably
as well.
sitting down with either some. It depends on if there's a group of It'll either be a group of Desnin followers, clerics, priests, or Iomedean. It all depends on what numbers there are of each and where they are in the thing.
Are there any followers of Abadar here?
Yeah, probably. It's probably the least number of Abadar, but there are followers of Abadar.
So I'll try and eat with them. I'm guessing that would pretty much be like eating with like the respective religious people.
Mm-hmm. Or just hoping the church doesn't burn down. Because as you talk to them, that's the goal: is to burn the church down and take over the Arab Republic completely.
Well, fortunately, they've got some really good natural defenses set up. They've got a river in between them, and the only bridge appears to be pretty well guarded. What is the makeup of the Desnin priests? Mostly elves, or is it elves and humans?
Elves and humans.
Vicar and Alara will sit down at their table. I don't know how they would react to an Iomedean paladin sitting down next to them.
Probably about as well as like the people of that worship Abadars, like either clerics or priests responding to an inquisitor.
Yeah. Though Alara's look, as I've said earlier, the previous game has changed somewhat, fairly noticeably. She now her armor is now kitted out to be more akin to an adventurer than a paladin that sets up in like a monastery temple. So pouches, yeah, a little less audacious, more pouches, bandoliers, things like that. Basically, she looks like a well-traveled paladin now. So that might cause them to be a little bit more at ease. Then Vicar pulls down his half mask so anyone at the table can see he's Drow.
At first, it's scared, but after all, they don't care.
So, I guess they're eating a nice hearty stew with some pilaf at this point.
Yep.
So, how's your fight against the Great Slaver going? That's a reference to a lot of the lawful evil gods, especially Osmodeus.
Are you kidding me? I hope we could push them back, but
Ever heard of a place called Westwood?
No, I haven't.
I'm guessing.
What is this
2.5
Westway?
years. I'm guessing the Empire to the east. They started causing trouble about 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah, the information's been cut off. So if anything's happening, then we don't know about it.
I was part of a team that was able to prevent the takeover of Westwood by a local Asmodean cult. So there is hope out there. It can be done.
Yeah, but with the Armenian tariffs, who knows how long before we take over?
Oh, as you know, the right bit of bad luck in the right place can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I heard you. The stunt you pulled, very nice.
I get enough. You get enough woodsmen, get enough hunters, woodsmen, and how do we call them? How do we call them? Our sneaky friends that seek alternative incomes. Get enough of those together, they can cause chaos among the ranks of an army.
Especially as big an army as this.
I noticed on some maps that I've saw that there's only one bridge connecting you to the Wufu Kingdom.
Thank God, otherwise we're being overwhelmed by now.
Natural choke point. Tough to get through those.
No, those they tried though.
Laura kind of looks over and kind of pipes it down. It's looking over the desk and goes. So, do you guys have a local chapter of Iomedean Knights and Paladins?
But of course.
How have they been faring in the fight against the darkness?
About 1 or 2 left now.
Only a few paladins left?
About 20, yeah. We tried, but
that's unfortunate.
we tried to hold it off at first, but then Mr. What do we call it? Mr. Rotunda then stepped by. The quote-unquote world champion just what's it? Sorry. Mr. Rotunda stepped by then. This quote-unquote world champion just is a barbarian who slams his thunder club to the floor and then just cleans up from there.
Does he use any other weapons than that club?
An axe and a sword, but the Dunger's club is pretty much a signature weapon. Technically, he's a samurai, just like Ike Eva and Mr. Winchester, but he's pretty much more a barbarian.
Using an aggressive fighting style.
Exactly.
Okay.
And remember, Eva, because remember that was the person that approached what's it called with the 3 slaves, the Battle Mansion.
Ah, got it. Oh, on my personal list is to rescue those 3 slaves. That's on my personal list.
Good luck. They're sisters, so if you could rescue them, I hope for it. They're powerful magic users, so be careful.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve to deal with the spell slingers. Vikram kind of just motions to his bow and arrow. I have figured out a way to get my arrows to embed themselves nice and deep in joints. Causes spellcasters to have trouble after that.
And of course, lead the divas, of course, Rio, of course. And lead the devils, of course, someone named Agavri or something like that. He just came to the kingdom about 2.5 years ago. And
Agave's back.
Yep.
I remember kicking his tail back. I remember kicking his tail back and forth for a couple of months in Westwood. Tough fights, but eventually we, I believe we captured him. I guess he escaped.
Yeah. He was supposed to have a brother, but supposedly he was executed somewhere.
Oh, yep, we captured him too.
Yeah.
The third lieutenant of that little group. Actually, well, there was a sub-lieutenant as well. 2 sisters. One is trying to go down going down a path of redemption. The other one become a destined priestess.
So there's hope.
Before that, she was an assassin and an Osmodian cleric. So I'd say scratch one for the good guys.
Good. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Winchester, Mr. Rotunda, and Mr. Arrows also have troops. Mr. Winchester is in charge of the long-range troops. Mr. Rotunda is in charge of the short-range troops. Sorry, Mr. Rotunda is part of the special duty troops, and Mr. Arrows is in charge of the short-range troops.
Mm.
And of course, there's someone that's strange, but I don't know. Every time I look at him, it like beauty just magnifies off him. Like, why is he working with Emperor Wufu the 23rd? I don't know. I say he looks like an elf. Some say he looks like a human. Some say he even looks like a cat for some reason. It's strange. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought something happened. But yeah.
So, looks like an elf or a human or a cat.
Wait, you're at a different table.
No, I'm just like, yeah, I'm at a table. This is out of character.
Okay, God, I thought you were like,
It's
well,
Ballas. It's Ballas.
Well, tomorrow we're going to try and go up to the Arrowville Republic, see if we can lend a little bit of aid in exchange for more detailed information.
Alright. Well, good luck. Happy and good night. And with that, everybody goes to bed.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is there anything I want to do before going to bed? Anything I want to do before going to bed? Not finding anything, at least magical, that I'd be interested in doing before going to bed. Actually, hang on. Out of character, I'm guessing like he probably that Seawall would have like relayed us all that information.
Yep, I would have taken notes in my journal and I would have passed it along.
Okay, what kind of check would it be to try and like figure out what kind of creature that might be? Assuming it's like a magical type creature.
Magical creatures are always arcana.
Okay, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my spell, Hunter's Lore. That allows me to take a 20 on this.
I can cast 2 spells and get plus.
So 40.
Well,
Yep, 42 technically.
it's a
'Cause,
devil.
It sounds like he's
Oh,
surrounding the devil.
that'd be knowledge planes technically, but with how high you rolled it,
It would be the same thing.
no, there is a difference. Devils are specifically planes.
No, I mean like
The
Arcana-
result is the same, Seawold.
the result would have been the same.
Down.
Got it. Okay. I'm saying, look, when it comes to devils, I'm pretty damn good at identifying those bastards.
Yeah, considering how much we've killed so many of them. Yeah.
I got a 21 in. I got a 20 in knowledge planes.
I can cast 2 spells and get 26 on planes.
I mean, like when it comes to like, any creature check, I have like a plus 20 to find out.
Nice.
God, having knowledge skills are so nice.
Having skills is nice.
Yep.
Well,
Actually, speaking of, also with the result I have, outside of like trying to identify that it's probably a devil, is it possible for to identify like, specifically what kind of devil?
I don't think we'd be able to figure it out based on that information alone.
All right.
Might be able to narrow it down a little bit, but we'd still be dealing with a couple of different types of devils.
Well, if you have no objection, what if we spend like maybe an hour or two in the morning looking like if there's like a library or something that might have some references that we could use? Maybe help narrow things down a little. Would you object?
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I could definitely spend some time here trying to do a little bit of good. Ty, other than travelers passing through, and the guards and the clerics and priests that live at this church, effectively, are there any other groups that are hanging out around this church?
Nope.
So no orphans, no.
Yeah, orphans, of course. Orphans, widowers, something like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, Vicar and Alara would probably go out to the courtyard and actually do some training with Pele in the morning. Maybe gather a crowd, maybe not. Who knows? I mean, this is a 14th level animal companion, so.
Yeah, you draw a crowd as well as probably Remy seen by now.
Remy doing Remy things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, are you going to perform for the people?
Sure, I do some performing. Give me perform. What?
You lift a lot of spirits.
Like, maybe it's not so bad after all. Or, Dad died on the front line to save us. Or, I love my husband. I miss him so.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that's the, you know,
The general gist.
yeah.
Okay. So, in the mornings, I guess we go to see if there's like a library where we could maybe find some references about this creature.
I'll be busy just doing training with Alara.
What kind of check would you want me to do? Would you have us do to try and find stuff like that?
If I'm remembering the rules right, It's whatever knowledge skill you're working.
Okay, so
And
Then-
you'll either get a bonus. Basically, what libraries do is it lets you do it untrained to get above a 10. If it's a very high quality library, you might get bonuses. Otherwise, it just lets you do a recheck. For a situation like this, you might pull off that recheck.
so how good a library is this, and would it confer any bonuses?
Pretty much a decent library.
All right, so no additional bonuses then.
But is it a masterwork library?
Nope, you have to go to Ever Republic to get a Masterwork library.
Okay, but if I can, I'll just reuse Monster Hunter lore and just again roll a 40 to try and locate information about this devil.
And I'll assist.
So that
I
brings it to
assist.
42.
Yeah. I don't have as good because I'm more spread out.
So 42.
Yes, 42, the greatest skill check. Because it's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Let's see now, 42. Okay.
So do we find anything about this devil in question?
It's an outsider.
It's definitely evil. It's definitely lawful.
And some go by the name of Jorah's Rocks.
Could you spell that out?
J J J A D R O S V O A X.
Yay, we learn things, guys.
So JADROS space VOAX.
Mm-hmm.
Jarvadox?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Java docs. All right, I guess I can take like all the just take the info from like the Pathfinder Wiki SRD thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll make note of that, and when I catch up with with Seawall and Remy, I'll let them know what I found.
You probably catch Vikram and Alara in the middle of a sparring session.
Vikran, Alara,
Yes.
I believe I identified our devilish friend.
What type of deal we deal with?
Are you familiar with the name Basilius?
No, please. Yes. Yes, I am. Actually, quite familiar.
Good. So probably-
Remy, you also met him in the past as well, so yeah.
Yeah. So basically, everything that's like listed here in the SRD, you guys will learn. It's
Can you link
basically-
it?
Yep, doing that right now.
Not the toughest devil on the block.
But it is a devil nonetheless. You don't become a devil by being weak. Man, you don't be a devil and be weak and last long. Suppose to be more accurate.
There's another name for them as well.
Mhm.
A herald of hell.
I suspect we might be dealing with a potential war of the plains.
They generally work on their own. Quite intelligent, quite strong, fairly dexterous.
But considering who is the herald of, generally a herald doesn't act without at bare minimum, the approval of their lord. So, I believe you can imagine what I'm getting at.
One of the things you want to look out for with these is they are known for having gaze attacks.
I think we don't need to really worry about this.
About the gaze
Ugh.
attacks?
I
We'll
mean,
keep our
him.
distance.
How do you figure?
They also generally work on their own.
What do you mean that we don't really need to worry about him?
I mean, he's a powerful creature, but if he comes to confront us, that's the exact element he does not want.
Well, he'd be out of his own element, so he'd be a bit weaker. That, and there's probably some Faustian rules that indicate that what would happen should a being like that enter our plane.
Also, this is actually very good that I know all this information about him. Give me some time.
Okay.
They are generally spell slingers.
Oh, no, I'm aware. But that's not the issue.
What do you mean?
He's a devil outside of his home plane.
Out of character, I know there was something about that, but I'm kind of forgetting. Like, in character, my character would know that, but out of character, I'm kind of drawing a blank at the moment.
He's the devil outside of his home plane that doesn't have the ability to travel to and from.
So that means he's basically locked in this plane.
Till he's completed what he was hired here for.
Or killed.
Generally speaking, yes.
Ty?
Hmm?
She's scrying him.
Take a step back.
Yeah.
You can make a will save for that.
Does he know he's being scryed on, or?
I mean, technically, Ty can still have him make a will save.
And you fail because something's between you and the strike spell. Maybe a barrier, maybe something else.
Yeah,
Pardon?
Maybe the barrier,
Something's
but
between it.
yeah.
Barriers would not help. It's a scry spell, but all right.
Or
Wards.
maybe something else.
Generally, it's wards that cause trouble with scrying spells.
Yeah, well, then he won't be aware of it if there's a ward in the way. The scry just goes out and pings, and it's like, oh, there's a ward. Huh. Well, that's bothersome.
Is there an inherent?
But that means he's in a warded location.
Probably the capital, if I had to hazard a guess.
Well, the other good news is this. If he's in the capital and he's warded there, that means he's in a very confined place.
Yes. Yes. I think I see where you're going with this. Would definitely be an interesting turn of events. So, now we at least have an idea of what we're facing. Probable rough location as to where it is. Shall we continue up north towards the Republic?
Yeah, so see if we can't help get them some relief. You know, and boost the morale of the troops, buy us more time,
Yes.
as well as try to gain some favor and get some friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, traveling north. I'm going to say that we should just travel the roads at this point. No real reason to hide our movements.
Yeah. I don't see a reason why we need to hide right now. I mean, assuming that the church had runners, as soon as they saw us, they probably had runners go to the Republic as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess after a day's travel, we're at the front gates of the Arrowville Republic.
Mm-hmm. Greetings. I am the president of the Republic. Nice
The
to
president himself is coming up. Wow, we must be special.
The red carpet treatment.
Well, one thing here were that you beat the Asmodean cult in Westwood, and they flew back and forth pigeons to find out that yes, this is true. Then yes, the president will come out.
Yeah. Well, only three names would match the names that we gave.
Well,
Vikran, Kilth, Alara Duskblade, and Remy.
still, at least 3 out of 5 is pretty much. Oh yeah, we will help them as best as we can.
Baker greets the president.
I tip my hat.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. So, what brings you here, other than of losing effort of losing?
We were originally sent here by the king of Westwood. We want to investigate why the kingdom east of Wufu stopped trading with them suddenly about 2.5-3 years ago. Turns out the events that were transpiring in the Westwood Kingdom were also transpiring here, but in Westwood we were able to overthrow it.
I see. Sadly, the current emperor has been expanding this quote unquote kingdom for at least the last 5 to 6 years, ever since his parents quote unquote died.
I'm guessing he got a massive boost and was able to gain a lot of territory about 2.5-3 years ago.
Including this territory right here. All this was part of the Arrowville Republic until about 2.5 years ago.
Well, is this region primarily guarded by mortal troops?
Say
I was
again?
asking if the area was primarily guarded by mortal troops.
Mortals and some devils every once in a while.
Devils there, believe it or not, the easy part if the numbers are low enough. The trick is just the sheer number of troops. What are their numbers versus your numbers?
Right now, right here, is about 20 to 30,000 troops here. While here is about 10,000 left, if anything.
So how many were at the garrison right now?
The garrison about 20 to 30,000.
So we have about 40,000. We have about 20 to 30,000 regular front line, and we have about 10,000 reserves. What are the rough numbers that you're getting from across the river?
Oh boy. Rough numbers, about 50, 60, 70,000.
That is a lot of troops. Where's their closest supply depot?
Grassvalley right here.
How much gunpowder do they generally store in it?
They run about 10 to 20 cakes a night.
So they've got a good amount. I'm guessing they're using it to keep cannon and musket online. Shouldn't be too hard to get a team in there. And well, let's go with push events towards a little bit of bad luck.
What's the name of the commander? And do you have a description?
We have a name of the commander or a description, unfortunately.
That always makes things difficult.
You don't know the commander or a description of him.
It's one of the lower rank commanders. It's not the Divas or Ryu, especially.
Is it possible that
Well,
it may
that
have been prior to becoming parts of the Wufu Kingdom? What kind of city was Grassvalley? Was it run by a mayor, military?
A mayor. A mayor, mostly humans. By the way, this is an elf, by the way. Mostly humans, some dwarfs.
I'm curious. Was the mayor killed once Grass Valley became part of the Wufu Empire?
Oh, you don't know. Almost every major city was killed except for Battler. Only me and Battler are the only ones left that's responsible for our own kingdoms.
Well, the big issue is if we can get a hold of Grass Valley, we can split their army in two.
Between Water Run and Windtown?
Yes. From there, if we can capture Wind Run, we can cut off the northern pass entirely. Then we can focus most of our people to the south and cut off the southern entrance. But it's going to require a little bit of. It's going to require them to have to lose a lot of resources.
And a little bit of guile. Eventually, someone's going to go back and some of the three divas and their armies as well. Worst case scenario, Ryu steps forward to slaughter everyone.
There is one way we could possibly get the devils to keep their distance. Make these events look like it's divine. Make it look like it's divine intervention. That the gods of light are becoming more active in this engagement. It's doable, but we're gonna have to perform a few miracles. It's difficult, but doable. We have to make it look like there are miracles being performed.
Oh, that's easy.
I'm thinking loss of their main supply depot and the head of their commander and several of their lieutenants.
This is why I need the name of the commander or the description of the commander of that supply depot.
Fine. A normal commander wears a patch on his arm similar to this. Similar to the Wufu Kingdom's empire, just on his patch on his arm. The commander is about 6 foot, about 200 pounds. And he's probably part of long range troops, so he has a bow and arrow on him of all times.
That's easy to neutralize.
And like I said, if they fall, then eventually Mr. Winchester will come up as well, seeing this one part of his troops.
Wouldn't it just be a nice divine irony that as soon as Winchester enters the city, it goes up like a massive Roman candle?
Except one problem: how about evacuating the citizens?
Not the city.
Good
The ammo
point.
dump. The ammo dump.
Yes.
Just take out the ammo dump and the military targets. Leave the citizenry alone.
Yes.
And we make sure to put the fear of the gods of light into the troops. They will not attempt to retaliate against civilians, especially if they seem to be protected by the divines. It's going to take some work. It's going to take.
I need a thunderstorm.
You need a thunderstorm.
A thunderstorm.
I'm curious as to why.
Lightning.
Lightning thus hitting the ammo storage, causing it to explode.
Well, we use the storm as cover. I presume you can shoot lightning bolts out of your hand?
I can make a storm into a lightning storm. I just need the prep. Just need a scroll.
Yes, I like this. Could be nice and precise. And after all, if it's just a natural occurrence, what exactly is to say that perhaps the deities did not decide to intercede a little bit?
Especially if various holy symbols start getting burned into various areas of the town.
Yes.
It would take me 8 hours, but I could make one of those scrolls.
Take your time.
I also need some gold.
How much would you need?
I'll need let's see, what do I have on me? We can trade in the alchemist fire kegs if we wish.
I'm sure we could find a merchant, a local magic shop or an alchemist shop would be willing to trade.
Just hands the merchant this keg of alchemist fire. That's 5,000 gold. Yeah, I know.
Mr. President, is there a
Mr. President, do you want this? She pulls out a keg. It's about 100 doses of alchemist fire. Why do you have 100 doses of alchemist fire? Why don't you have 100 doses of alchemist fire?
Because we ran out.
Why don't you have a golem in a bag?
The golems are out of the bag. Well, actually, one of them is. It's the glass golem.
Are you riding on his shoulder?
No, I'm still riding on a broom.
What size is he?
I believe the glass golem's only medium, but he may be large.
If he's large, we should have Remy just kind of doing the whole cat sit on top of his head thing most of the time.
Yes, he is large-sized.
Remy, you should ride the golem like a cat would ride a person's head.
Yes.
With that smiley
Yes,
face on at all times.
I can make it a stained glass golem at some point, but that does nothing.
Sandra,
I guess
I'm
technically
curious.
would apply. Yes.
Do you have any spells that can amplify the voice of someone?
Yes.
How
That would take me
loud?
some time
How
to swap
loud?
out. How loud?
You can make a
How
person's
loud do
voice.
you need?
I'm thinking a booming voice quoting scripture about how the wicked and about how the wicked and the evil shall be cleansed with holy fire. I'm thinking at the same time of the lightning strikes, we have that booming. Get the superstition rising among the troops. Make even the devils think twice about coming into this town.
Okay, phew, that's a good one. All right.
I'm just
That will-
I'm just picturing like Pulp Fiction's like the Bible verses from Pulp Fiction.
And you will know my name as the Lord.
Okay, so she's going to start working on the scroll, and she also will make the potion because she has enough time to do that.
Oh,
'Cause it's-
I was just wondering if you could do it as a spell slot.
Well, if I want to give it to you to quote the
Got it.
scripture, it's a potion.
Got it.
Because it's a personal spell.
Got it. Oh, got it. It's a personal spell.
Yeah.
What's the spell called? Just so I know.
Well, the potion item is Elixir of the Thundering Voice, plus 10 confidence bonus to intimidate checks.
Elixir of the what?
A light gray elixir which makes the user's voice fiercer and louder. It gives him an inhuman quality that rattles those he talks. Elixir of the Thundering Voice.
Okay,
I can
it's pretty
throw
cheap.
in. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. That one's the easy one. That just gets the part of the magnification done, and then I finish it up. And well, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing bad things.
Yep. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, that's what you Brooklyn. I'm going to be able to call 15 lightning bolts around.
Ooh. A little show of force.
Actually, yeah, 15. Wait, no, only a minute. Only a minute. 15 lightning bolts a minute. But it lasts for 14 minutes that I have control of it.
Jesus. So it's just going to be this insane thunderstorm.
Well, we get a rainstorm
So-
started.
210 lightning bolts.
At the same time, I'm thinking we steal some gunpowder and we stash it in the roofs of various military buildings so when your lightning strikes, it detonates the gunpowder in all the buildings.
Well, you get to work on that. I got some prepping to do because she's starting to work on the scroll. This will take me a while, and I need to make a nice big storm.
Before we go down that path, why don't we go to the military camp? Can you do the prep work on the way?
Oh, yes, I can. She gets on her broom and sits on it.
Scribbling on a scroll.
Yep. Wait. Also, the best part is how big the storm is.
How big are we talking?
Well, it covers a 960-foot range. That's the part I control. You know, and considering things are measured in radius...
Pretty much it'll cover the entirety of the city, isn't it?
Yes. I think we got this. What are you worried about, guys? We could totally take on that red dragon. Lightning bolts just start shooting into the red dragon. Roar! Fuck this shit, I'm out. Was promised tacos, not elf.
Remy,
Yes.
would you like to be involved in helping me set up gunpowder all over Grassvalley? So we can make the lightning strikes nice big explosions?
Sure.
If you
I
give
will
me an
happily
extra
assist
2
as
days, I
well.
can also make an earthquake.
Ooh. Bit of a Plagues of Egypt thing, aren't we?
We
wanna
just want. Let's stick with the lightning for now.
Fine.
This city gets the lightning, the next city gets the earthquakes, the next city gets like firestorm.
Then Cloudkill Swarm just rolls through the city in this wide. It just takes out. This Cloudkill just sweeps over this line through the city and just dead. And then I make another Cloudkill that does the same and just like, what the fuck is happening? Just it's back like when I was in Verdun.
Oh yes, I'll happily help you set up your little sabotage plan as well.
Yep. What we'll do is we'll set it up in the dead of night and at the break of dawn on a clear, and we'll make sure it's a clear day before we do this. We'll have the thunderstorm rolling in.
Well, if we have it on a rainy day, I can make it far more effective.
What's the difference between a clear day and a rainy day, power-wise?
The lightning bolts are 5d10.
We're only detonating gunpowder, but 5d10 does hurt buildings quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Versus 5d6. Also, if you want the exact measurements of what we're dealing with for the diameter, I just put it in the chat.
Nice.
It's not really very big, but you know.
It's getting close to half a mile.
Do better, though. Also, for some reason, the earthquake spell doesn't have the ability to shatter structures. It just does damage to everybody inside, as though like a castle is meant to handle an earthquake.
Let's avoid that one just because we don't want to hurt civilians. The reason why we're using lightning is because you can pinpoint target it on things we frequently.
Whoa, wait, I'm not supposed to target civilians? Oh.
We're targeting the military buildings. Combining with the booming voice.
I feel like we should have said that beforehand.
Why is that?
I don't know. I was just expecting to be able to target a large swath of territory. Fine, no civilians.
We want to target military barracks, guard towers, and the supply depot, as well as any sort of command facilities.
Yeah, fine. Works for me.
And after those initial lightning strikes, you're going to want to target any Wufu military personnel who are trying to put out the fires.
Of course. That's easy enough. You guys get to work. I'm just going to sit over here and do other things.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But maybe we should also, try and lure out our friend, the Kugo? The one that has the sword that eats people?
Ryu.
Ryu. That's his name. I haven't met him.
It's one of those things that if we were ever to meet him, I recommend meeting him at a good distance where you can sling all of your lightning bolt, and I can arrow, and our good friend Saloon here can hit him with a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And Remy over here can, I guess, cheer us on and throw some other spells downrange.
Disintegrate.
Awesome. So, okay, so we're going to need a couple of days of prep. I'm thinking we should do those days of prep at the military camp. And during those days, I would like to boost their morale and get basically the myth going that the gods of light are on their side. Because the thing is, it's not a lie. It could be argued that what we're doing is inspired by the gods of light. That they are helping us along.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, I got it. Pulls out a wand of fireballs. I got it. Also, yes, I have a wand of fireballs in case we need it.
Is that your shotgun, basically? Your emergency shotgun?
Yeah, considering my fireballs do, well, since it's I went with the max castle, it's a 10d6 plus 20 fireball.
Wait, I thought the wand had the minimum caster level for the spell.
I mean, yes, I could have done the minimum. You can spend more to make it
Okay, got it. So you spent a lot more, so you had a really powerful wand, ready to go to just rain down hellfire.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess during that time, Remy, how are you with your storytelling songs? How are you with ballads and epics?
I would say I'm good.
What was that?
I would say I'm good at it. I think.
I'm thinking we have you go over the story, basically start doing the whole bard thing of telling the stories of what happened in Westwood, our great triumphs,
Yeah.
the defeat of them. I'll cover just kind of more general diplomacy level stuff, rousing speeches, and Kiri,
Yes.
how are you with public relations?
How about I just roll a cloud of death gas through the barracks and just, then we just laugh.
How many civilians are in the barracks? They're going to get killed.
How many civilians work and live in the barracks?
We don't know. This is a slaver empire, so there might be slave stored there too. So we need to be careful with that.
Civilians, probably about. You have to ask the commander to find out, though.
Well, I'm thinking what I'm thinking is, if he's at we kidnap him in the dead of night. We steal the gunpowder, start placing it around. We interrogate him. We behead him, and then we have his head drop out of the sky during the lightning storm into the middle of the town square.
Nice and flashy. I like it.
Okay, let me just find where this commander is right now so we can easily get him.
And you have like a rough description of him.
Yep, so scrying, go! Pulls out a ball, or a little crystal ball. Ooh.
Yeah, you find out. He's with some slaves right now.
Okay, guys, I'll go get him. Be right back!
No. We get him in the dead of night when he's asleep.
Fine.
We
I'll
gotta
just
do all of this in one night. We do all this in one night.
Yes.
She's just watching him right now. Fine. I just wanted to look at him. Oh, hey, look. I'll fine. You guys ruin all the fun.
Do you
I
have
can't
any
just tell-
spells that can cause annoyance?
Terminal annoyance?
Technically,
Okay,
as an
what type of slaves is he with right now?
Love slaves.
Right. Just let me take care of this, guys.
Do you have a spell that can make him impotent?
Yes, I do actually.
Could you also put could you also, as part of that little slip in there unnoticed, place something on the wall in what looks like blood of something. Let me see if I can't find something nice and damning about treating slaves poorly. He pulls out a book. He pulls out one of his holy books. Ty, do I find a nice and foreboding passage
Mm-hmm.
from one of the gods of freedom about how you should never have slaves?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so much work, though.
Just make it appear on the wall, curse him to be impotent, and then teleport away. And then enjoy the crystal ball of him getting all angry.
Oh, I can curse him from here.
Oh!
Even better.
Could you put the words on the wall? From here?
As long as he's within 10 feet of a wall, yeah.
Okay then, let's do this. I write down the thing in common with the probably the more colorful translation from the original Celestial, or whatever language is originally written in.
But really, couldn't you? I could turn into ash and fly into his nostrils and suffocate him.
we want him as exhausted as possible.
I could
So he
reverse
passes out
gravity
before he
on
goes.
him.
I'm thinking small things for now.
I could wrap him in a wall of force so he can't scream or do anything. And as he slowly suffocates in there, unable to escape, well, then once he faints, I teleport him out back to us.
Right now we want him pissed off so he takes it out on his men, which will demoralize them. Then when we show up there, they're demoralized, probably tired because he'll be doing having them doing double shifts. And then we hit this and we make them all scared. And then you can have a little bit of fun with him.
Fine. That's not fun anymore.
We're using psychological warfare, my friend.
And Mr. Slave Master, it's not the same if they're not willing. So there you go, buddy. Boop.
Doesn't he get a will save?
Oh yeah, he gets a will save.
1 second.
Can you tell what spell I'm using?
Oh, also. Wow. Wow, lucky him. Really lucky him. That didn't work.
That's. I mean, no, it doesn't have a saving throw, so.
Oh, wait. So I thought this was a curse.
No, it's geese. I'm using geese.
Oh.
It is a curse. Yes, you can remove it with the remove curse spell, but it has no saving throw.
And this is geese lesser, or
No, I'm gonna go full greater. We want to make sure it sticks. And every time he goes against it, he takes a -3 to all his ability scores.
Oof.
And it's very simple. The quest is be impotent. And every time he violates it in a 24-hour period, or just violates it in general, he takes the -3 penalty. The -3 vanishes if he goes with 24. So, there we go. And that was...
Wow. Yeah, no saving throw. I did not realize that.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think all you guys are following me around? Wait, are you saying you cursed us? No.
So yeah, Ty, he's now impotent.
What
Well,
the?
he's impotent. Well, every time he tries to not be impotent, he takes a -3 to his ability scores. So his ability scores all just take a -3 right now.
What
So
the?
ability drain?
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's a penalty, but they accumulate for up to a -12. This could kill him if his con is low enough. Oh god. This requires a remove curse spell with that if the caster level is 2 levels higher than your caster level. My lord, oh god.
He's fucked.
And they're about, what, 3 slaves? So, oh boy.
That's a -9. Yay! -9. He goes between slaves. And he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. That did it.
And then the words.
The word of the day is don't fuck with the wizard.
What the hell is this? Guards!
And the words appear on the wall.
Guards!
The
Holy
words
symbol
are
of
on
the goddess of love.
Yep. And now we watch. And if we see any mages showing up, we leave. Luckily, that was divine on the wall, so even if they scan it with magic, it will look divine.
Yep.
And, well, now we wait.
I found a good quote to use.
He's got a -9 to all his stats.
Oh God, he's gonna be feeling terrible.
Like a -9. That means he has like what, a 1?
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
it depends
much.
on his stats. If his intelligence is below 3 because of that, he can't actually speak common anymore. He can't speak.
Yeah. If the subject is prevented from obeying the for 24 hours, okay, so it's per, so it's only a -3 right now. It's per day of him violating the quest. It's not per. So
Yeah, it's not
he's at a
per
-3.
violation.
Yeah, it's per
Yeah.
day. So he's at a -3. So he's unhappy.
Yep, it's a fun one. Either way, but the thing is, when he immediately tries to violate it the next morning, and other things, it just-
-3 again.
They stack.
and the thing is, they stack. He has to go 24 hours.
Yep. So I guess we're just sitting around a camp. You know what? Look, I'm gonna bring some of the guards in. I'm gonna have them watch this. I want to take the guys that have the worst looking morale and say, hey, we got something funny. Want to watch?
What could be funnier than this war right now?
You want to see the enemy commander impotently try and get it off?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We just have the crystal ball floating over the fire, and we'll all sit around it.
And for the first time in like years, you hear uproarious laughter from the camp.
And then I've got a feeling Remy is there making the appropriate comedic music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know what? I'm going to try to use diplomacy to shit talk this guy.
Could he even hear us through the crystal ball, or no?
Nope. It's one way. We get it. He gets nothing. I don't do the best job, but I think I do okay trying to get the troops' morale up over this. 20's pretty good on diplomacy check.
My guards! So
Help, guard!
help! Damn. What's the special forces troops at? Where's the Westwood troops at? I need something to help. Help!
Are the slaves giving a slight chuckle?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide it.
Yeah, like live right now before I before we have you killed. Leave! What the hell is this? What the hell?
Words on the wall. Very specific passage from a god of love. Holy symbol.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make him happy.
How
Aw.
happy?
Well, I'm just going to release mustard gas into his form.
Oh, that's just not nice.
Oh, but can I do the mustard gas now, guys? Can I?
No. Well, let's build up. But every day, if you come up with something that isn't lethal but a very nice nuisance, go ahead.
Yes. We want him
Okay.
to see faces everywhere. To have him think the men are out to get him.
Why is it always don't be lethal, Sandra? You can't wipe out a civilization, Sandra.
Because that is evil.
You can't earthquake a city, Sandra.
That is an evil act. The gods generally don't like it when you do that.
Sandra, there are women and children out of that building. Don't burn it down again.
Sandra, we want to ensure that the punishment that he suffers is so horrific. Because after all, we just wanted to tear down all that he has built. Everything that he has ever hoped for, torn asunder. And then, and only then, when all that he has are ashes in the wind, only then will he have our permission to die.
Okay, so that's the first day of us at the camp getting things ready. I guess day 2 we're gonna do more of the same.
Yeah, guess so.
Trying to get the troops pumped up, letting them know that the gods are on their side.
Oh yeah, they're pumped up now.
Hold on, I want to see how good my recollection of religion is. Apparently very good, going over many passages and ancient tales of heroes of old.
My characters would not do that because, out of character, I'm not sure what Abadar's statement on slaves would be because, lawful neutral.
Yeah, that one, he doesn't really have an opinion either way.
So, no, I really can't help you out on that one.
Remember, Vikran is uniquely qualified for anti-slavery stuff because Desna, goddess of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kimmy. Watch the hour. Watch the pendulum. You.
Cassandra, how are you with ghost noises?
I don't know.
Could you make a persistent knocking in his office?
I can make the door open and close while it's knocking.
Like a nice slow open as it creaks.
So many complications. Fine. I'll do it.
There's just something about breaking a man's mentally and psychologically that's just so fun.
I'll knock on the door, then I'll open it as he's there. It'll slam open. So right as he's yelling at the people to go away, the door slams open or slams closed in the face of the people.
Actually, one thing you should also consider doing, when he goes to the door to check after a knock, he close it. Then when he's walking away, looking away from the door, have it creak open. When he turns around, have it slam shut.
Yeah.
We're at the fucking with him stage.
Yeah, Sandra's just playing along like, fine, fucking with him. I could just summon an ethereal beast to stalk him at all times.
Have it be only visible in his periphery.
And visible to no one else.
Yes. He can only see it in his periphery. And anytime he tries to focus on it, it disappears. But then it's all.
Could that be done?
Well, it would be up to the thing I summoned, but I'm certain I could convince it to do that. You want something to just stalk him and just make his life miserable, and just
Yes.
We want him as stressed and angry as possible, so that he takes it out on his men, who will become stressed and demoralized themselves. I want these men running from this town, scared.
Right. Okay, I can get something that's invisible that stalks him. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Something that hopefully is horrific looking that can temporarily drop its invisibility.
Oh, fine. If you're gonna add complications, fine. I'll find something better than Greg.
I'm send in Greg. If Greg can do the job, Greg can do the job.
Greg's right behind you. You haven't noticed him yet.
Hold on.
Make a perception check. You won't see Greg. Here, I'll have Greg roll his stealth check.
42.
Greg wins. You just feel a hand on your shoulder.
Hi, Greg.
See?
How you doing, Greg?
How long does it take me to do? Oh, wait. I can summon... Oh, wait, no, I can't summon 2 Gregs because Greg is... How many hit dice is Greg? Maybe I can summon 2 Gregs. No. But I can summon something else to help Greg.
Oh,
Let's see. I can summon something that's up to 5 hit dice. Oh, Excuse
the
me.
shenanigans you can get up to with a wizard with scrying. Just all of the shenanigans.
I could summon a pair of shadows to help Greg out.
You know what? I'm going to leave this to you and your very creative mind. All I ask is that he remains physically unharmed.
Can I kill members of his staff randomly?
No,
As long as they're
that
not
will get him-
civilians?
That will escalate it too quickly. We're trying
Fine.
to. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get him. We're trying to have it minor enough so that he doesn't call back to his command for reinforcements, and at the same time, but it's high enough that it causes him stress. It's a line we have to walk.
Well, okay, give me a second. There we go. So, Greg, and don't talk about the other 2.
Won't say anything.
There are just now 2 shades. Because shades are great. Because they can just hide inside the floor and just do annoying things.
Yep. Trip him, steal things, move things around.
They also do a d6 strength damage when they touch him. No save.
So basically, he really badly sprains his ankle.
Well, it's strength damage. So, yeah.
Ooh.
So there's just yeah, so I'm gonna summon them and be like, yep, okay. This is gonna take a bit.
I'd say avoid physical harm.
I'm not gonna try and hurt him. Greg, here you go. She gives Greg some gold. No, Greg. She's speaking in Orin. So she's speaking air language.
I don't
No.
speak it, so.
No. Right? Okay, thank you, Greg. Anyways, yeah. He'll do it. So will his shade friends.
Good.
Yo, what the hell's going on now? Someone could talk to me. Come on!
He gets tricked.
No. At this point, he's pretty much punching his troops down. Like, come on.
Oh, wait. The best part is, if one of the thing is, we can just have the shadows just target some poor unfortunate bastard. Because the thing is, when they kill somebody by doing that strength damage to them, they rise as more shadows. So if we ever need to, we can just have the shadows just start, touch, drag some poor guard into the corner together, 2d6 damage each round. Ah! Ah! Another round later, there's now 3 shadows.
Something to consider down the line.
We'll
Yeah.
put it on the list of things we will do to fuck with these guys.
Meanwhile, Greg can just close doors, move ridiculously quickly, and well, yeah. The
The
best
guy
part
sits
is,
down for lunch. He looks away for a second. His lunch is gone.
Like, who the hell took my lunch?
Then he gets up to go yell at someone. The lunch returns without anyone noticing. Like, sir, your lunch is right there. Make him think he's going crazy.
Like, you took it, did you? You took it!
the best part is that you can't expel an invisible stalker's invisibility. You can only true seeing through it. So he's just invisible. It doesn't matter. It's like floop. Oh, yep. Okay. Do 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 do. Yeah, Greg. Tell the other two that they can eat some of the people later. I know. They said that they had to wait. Not me. It's them. I know. Look, they can have. Look, they can eat at least 2 of the guards. Once we actually start calling the storm. Focus on the weaker guys because, well, that'll make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the invisible stalker is just moving around, causing hell with its
Yep.
everything.
Yeah. And no one else sees it. No one else sees the stuff going on.
They don't think the commander's going crazy by day 2.
The best part is that Greg could just, since he has perfect flight, he can just effectively make it just be walking on the ceiling so he's out of sight of everybody, so they don't even walk into him.
Yep, he's just walking along the ceiling.
Yo, do you think we should call Mr. Winchester? No, he's fine. He's just a little stressed out. That's all.
That's what they think.
Yep.
Slams the door shut right in front of him. He's like, okay, I got my door. Slams in front of his face.
Well, I guess for now we should call a session or no?
Wait. Since the shades are tripping him, he's also got another -3 to his strength. So he's actually got -3 in all the other stats and then a -6 in strength.
Oh boy.
Just constantly. He's just in a horrific period of his life.
Why didn't I take early retirement? Well, the next is we've got to get across the river. I think we can do you ferrying us across the river with the broom. And then we slip into the city at night, break in. So, yeah.
Yes.
So do you guys want to do that? You guys want to do the break-in part? Or
Sounds
do you
good.
want to call
I
it?
thought Tyson mentioned something about ending the session or something.
No, you can go to break in.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, let's do the
Yeah.
break-in.
Yep, okay. So we'll get ferried across the river with the broom because, hey, the broom has got room for an extra person.
Theoretically, could the broom operate with like 2 people riding it and 1 person holding on, like as if they were
No.
like in the position?
It's specifically 2 creatures plus a certain amount of carried load each.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's part of the reason why the golems are in a bag.
Okay.
Also, it's just easier if I do this. Rather than ferry you across, poke. Who's going across?
Everyone raises their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. She pokes all 3 of you on the head. Wind walk.
How long does this last for?
Long enough. Hours?
If we time this right, we could fly across the river and use this to get around the town unseen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If you want, I can throw in a greater invisibility if you need.
Ooh, yes.
I have
That'll work.
invisibility.
Good. You can use it for yourself. That will make it so I can save some magic. Yes. So
Yeah.
now...
I've got a
So here-
ridiculous stealth, so don't worry about me.
No, guys. I just think you need to understand here. You are moving. You have a 600-foot move speed per round, and you are treated as though you're under the effect of gaseous form, and it lasts for 14 hours.
Okay, yeah, just do that in the morning. We'll just fly over, hide outside of town, get some lunch, get some dinner, and then just wait for nightfall and just start bringing the hell.
And then we just throw in the greater invisibility. Kimi can provide her own. That way, she has some more for when getting back. Because I'll just stay over on this side and be like, I'm over here, so I'm out of the way.
Yep, just
Right in
you're
there.
hiding on one of the civilian rooftops.
Yeah.
Stay
So
on your broom.
I'm just gonna wind walk all of you at night, so that way you're just able to turn into wind for the next 14 hours and then take a nap. So that you have 6 hours left to the spell by the time that we actually do the mission.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna.
I think
guess I'm,
6 hours is. I would hope 6 hours is more than enough for you to.
Oh
get
yeah,
things
I'm
done.
hoping we get most of the stuff done in under an hour.
Yep.
Right. So some perceptions to find whether or not you find the pirate kids or not.
I think I find him.
32.
Yep.
48 find him.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna take about half of it and
How
just
much-
start sprinkling
much
that around on the different buildings, on the roofs of different buildings, or under the roofs of different buildings.
Yes.
Under the roofs would be better, but a bit above the roofs, just so there's something to help. Because
Yeah,
it is
well,
going to be a
like-
storm, after all.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll put a starter barrel on each roof, and then we'll have extra kegs underneath it. So I guess I'm gonna roll stealth with a +20 because I'm invisible.
Yep.
Bloop. Keep in mind, this is only the invisible part is only going to last a few minutes.
I'll have you activated on me during very difficult ones, but I got a 39 to stealth, so I'm for all this operation, so I might say don't worry about it.
All right.
I mean, I'm wind walking for God's sake.
What exactly does gaseous form do, at least as far as like bonus to stealth?
It doesn't give any real bonuses to stealth, but the thing is, you have DR10, you're immune to poison and sneak attacks, and well, you're made of gas, so you can just go between cracks of doors and stuff.
And if we just slip, a couple of kegs of gunpowder into a bag of holding, we can just slip that into a pocket, basically, gaseous form into the building and under the roof, and get it there perfectly without ever having to open a window.
Yes. So, let's get
So
going.
about 2-3 hours of work later.
Mhm.
Oh, right, lightning.
We'll give you the heads up. Where is the commander right now?
Pretty much locked himself into a dungeon right now. Pretty much.
He's in a dungeon.
Well,
Yeah.
his office
Is his office underground or above ground?
above ground.
Does it have a window?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll stealth to just ever so slightly crack the window.
Unless the window's airtight, it doesn't really matter, but fair enough.
Then that's also to kind of sneak behind him, scoot along the roof since it's probably pretty dark. Get behind
There's
him
also-
and chloroform rag him. Gonna float over to the door and lock it. Gonna open up the window completely. Kiri, how much weight can your character carry?
Let's see. The max, as far as what load? Max load?
Let's go with a medium load.
116 pounds.
Okay, how much does this guy weigh?
Let me see. It's start 6 foot. So not 6 foot. 5'4", so about 200. So about 150 pounds.
Okay, so we'll have to have Alara assist
Yeah.
with this, but they can probably pull it off.
Yeah, I'll need assistance on that.
So the two of them will get the guy and take him over the roof where, guess who gets to babysit him?
Ooh.
Not the vampire, not the dampier.
Ah.
Sandra, would you be so kind as to give our guests some company? And you have this hog-tied commander with a big old rag shoved in his mouth, who's probably pretty pissed about what's going on.
Assuming he's even conscious.
Oh, I'm gonna slap him awake.
What's going on?
He has
He's
a
got a
rag in
rag
his
in his
mouth.
mouth. Yeah, he's completely gagged. I've got the cloak and mask that full setup right now. I'm gonna lean in very close to him, and I'm going to whisper. The gods of light have sent us.
Gods of light? What are you talking about?
33. The gods of light have sent us. And then just start speaking in his ear various passages about how the darkness shall be vanquished with holy fire.
I don't see no holy fire. I don't see no holy fire.
Yep. I'm going to, at that point, I think the last thing we'll do is we'll grab him as the last thing we do. What do you guys think before we start the fireworks?
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of sit down on the roof, take out that very nice elixir, the elixir of thundering voice. Hopefully, this town is somewhat echoey, and well, the sermon's about to start about how holy fire will rain down from the sky and purge the darkness from the land.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Oh, seriously? Does anyone have ability to let me re-roll?
Did you remember the plus 10?
Yes.
Nope, can't help you there. By the by, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And this is just hitting different. This is hitting buildings. This is causing
With gunpowder.
Fire. Yeah. The arsenal's now in flames. The barracks is in flames. Would you allow a reroll at this point?
One. Go ahead.
There we go. Slightly better.
What the heck?
Yeah, and this is a series of sermons from different faiths. Iomedean, Desnin, gods of war, gods of fate, and it's just echoing through the town. What is the reaction of the people as they see buildings explode and people trying to put out fires taken down by lightning strikes?
Also, some of the town's guard are just dragged off by a pair of shades and an invisible stalker helping them. Literally what happens is Greg holds the guy because he's got a strength of like 20, grabs some random Shomo that's weaker than the rest. He gets dragged, the shades do a few minutes.
Let's see now.
Yep.
The ranks of the undead army.
The troops are freaking out. The citizens are cheering. Like, the gods have not abandoned us. They have not abandoned us. We could fight.
Yeah, so the arsenal's gone.
715.
Overall damage.
Let's see how long it takes the shades to just eat people.
Are there any
That's one guard.
Are there any guards that are trying to rally their troops?
Yeah, some guards try to rally the troops, like lesser commanders and stuff. Come on, it's nothing. It's nothing.
So that first guard yelling that it's nothing, 6 arrows to the face.
No. 6 arrows to the face, and he suddenly just gets grabbed by 4 shades. So he just gets skewered by arrows, and then his body just kind of crumples as all the strength is drained from.
Gets dragged off.
Come on, let's fall back. Fall back. What about your military stronghold? Fuck this military stronghold. Fall back.
I point at the guy that's falling back and drop a lightning bolt on him.
Utter chaos and pandemonium.
No, that's Billy.
You
He just
kill,
takes 36 damage as a lightning bolt hits him.
you kill Kelly, you bastard!
Okay, so
Da, 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 da,
I'm going to walk over to the
da.
Inquisitor. Would you care to judge the? Prisoner we have for his wicked deeds?
In the name of Abadar and of the Inquisition, I, Saloon Selphine, charge you with corruption, slavery, the acts of tyranny, subjugation, and consorting with heretics. As my power as an Inquisitor, I sentence you to death. I take the revolver out, and bang!
Before he did, like, Mr. Winchester will get you. You know this, right? You were like, boom.
I know Mr. Winchester will come. He'll be judged just as you were, heretic.
Winchester? Is he the guy that we met on the other side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, the guy we fucked with on the other side.
Oh, that's him. Okay, I was wondering what his name was. Excuse me. So yeah, basically
I
700.
pull out one of my gladiuses and cut the guy's head off. I then have my hawk grab his hair and deliver a package, a high altitude package. Is there another guard trying to rally the troops?
Of course. Like, okay. We form up, we regroup, and we take something back.
Head falls and hits him in the face.
Well, no, it's actually going to be much worse. The hawk is going to be stealthy about it.
Like, we form up and regroup. Come on, man. It isn't over yet.
I would like to note that this is a small creature that is also moving at a ridiculously fast rate, and this head just goes barreling into his chest.
Dude! Billy? Billy, no!
Commander of the guards.
Wait.
Revolver hole in his head, gagged, head missing, dripping blood.
No. The best part is when as he's saying that, he's like, Billy, no! All of a sudden, he just gets grabbed and he's just like, what's going on? Oh, cha-cha checks. Ah. Suddenly, he takes 12 strength damage.
Yeah, it's going to be enough to kill him.
Yeah. So, I guess that was the last sub-commander.
Yeah. The troops are running like hell now.
I guess now I will fire up a signal arrow so that we can have the cavalry charge over the bridge.
Oh, they're only charging over the bridge once you to see the plan worked.
Now shall we walk away as big damn heroes? Well, float away? As guests?
Yep, we float away. Just float
Yeah,
away.
they're cheering you on right now, like 3 cheers.
No,
for-"
they don't see us. All we told them is that there would be a miracle in Grassvalley.
Miracles.
They had no idea where we went.
It is a miracle. It is a miracle. And so, as rain falls in Grassvalley, a miracle has happened. Even though it's an artificial made miracle, it's still a miracle.
It inspires the people, it's all that matters.
It inspires the people, and for the first time ever, Grassvalley has once again back to the Republic, the Arab Republic. Will it stay that way? Who knows?
Find out next session on Pathfinder Westwood, the Wufu Kingdom Chronicles.
Because I don't know what to top that.
Well, again, I'm going to mustard gas the capital.
Good luck.
when most of the population of the capital that is military is just suddenly wiped out by mustard gas rolling through all the barracks.
Well, remember, there's all the military and civilians that's trapped in the capital.
Oh, we can lose a few dozen civilians. Because the thing is, it sends a message. Namely that you should never trust somebody with mustard gas.
Especially you.
But that's the secondary message. The primary message is mustard gas is a really useful weapon. It's a horrific weapon, but it's useful.
Yeah.
Yep, but after that, once we get the troops in there, there's probably some small skirmishes, and there are probably civilians that need help, so I'll probably lead a team that'll set up a triage center.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Deal check! How many
Hey,
people am I going to be saving today?
Wait. Before we forget, since I have an extra spell left, well, a few extra spells, I'm going to scry everybody's favorite sword-wielding guy that we need to take care of.
Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu. I'm scrying Ryu. Ryu, where are you? She's scrying where Ryu is.
He's at the capital, dragging some poor, helpless civilian to the arena.
Ryu, you're about to have a bad day. Ryu, I got a quest for you.
Of course, he has a horse as well.
He has a horse?
Yeah, Ryu
So
always
it's
has
like the third or fourth one?
Yeah.
Well, we killed at least 2 of them.
Ryu, I got a quest for you.
The quest, my friend.
Your quest is to kill your horse.
Ooh. Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
1 second, because I have to actually fill Ryu's sheet.
Does he? It's like, I'm just gonna troll the next bad guy. Just like, Ryu.
We'll save, right?
Nope, it's greater.
No save.
No save.
Oh. Ooh.
Quest is evil. If he has spell resistance, then I have to roll against that.
I think I have spells. Let me just double check.
Just tell me if you have spell resistance so I can roll against it.
Yeah, but now it has spell resistance of 10.
Oh, he only has a 10 spell resistance?
For now, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
better spell resistance than that.
Yeah, there we
how do
go.
How do you determine spell resistance, out of curiosity?
For a drow, it's 6 plus their total number of character rolls. So
Yeah, so you have a
40
20.
I've got a 20. So
Yeah, and I have a plus 16 to ignore it. So yeah,
So
he's got a quest to kill his horse.
Um.
Oh
spell
wait.
resistance.
Let's see. Okay, and now that he's got a quest to kill his horse, does he immediately try and kill his horse?
He resists.
Yeah, he's got a -3 to all the stats. Okay, guys. Who wants to see Ryu have a bad day?
Yes.
hand goes up. Alora's hand goes up too. She has a very, very nasty look on her face.
All the
She
hands
is
go
apparently
up.
not a- Yep. The hawk's wing goes up, for God's sake.
Boop 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 boop.
Commander Ryu, you seem off. Something's off. Like something compels me to kill my horse, but I end up doing that now.
Wait. He can now make a will save on this one. But don't forget his penalties. He's got to make. He's at least got his will save is at least 2 lower than it was.
Could be 1 lower, depending on if his wisdom's
If
on.
he has an odd stat in his wisdom.
I should have updated this, but you know what? For now.
It's good for now. Let's see.
Depending on how strong the
with
spell
lesser
is.
geese. No, he doesn't make it. I have a +7 int. He doesn't pass against my 0th level spells. So I'm giving him a lesser quest. So he's now got another -2 because
actually, lesser geese. It only
I
works
know.
on creatures that have 7 or fewer hit dice.
Okay, fair enough. If he does he have greater than 7 hit dice?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, then I can't use it on him. So I guess I'll have to go with option 2, which is Baleful Polymorph.
Ooh.
Ryu is now a goat.
Commander?
Bah.
Eventually, they summon one of the Westwood Company mages to turn him back.
Time to go.
Yeah, that was fun.
What the?
Okay, wait. They're gonna try to turn him back?
Yeah.
Yay! They have to beat my caster level. So basically, he's gonna. What's their check? That's my question. I want to know what their.
Oh,
What's their
technically, he also needs to do a fort save for the Baneful Polymorph.
Yeah, it does too as well.
And then the will is a partial.
And
Yeah.
what's that again?
A fort
So
save as well.
Yeah, he has to make a fort save, and then he has to make a will save.
Yeah, the will. Well, he made the will save technically, but.
He made the fort save, didn't work.
Boo. See, well, why you ruined the fun? It's not like it was going to do anything permanent.
Baneful Polymorph is permanent. It has to
Fair.
be dispelled.
Yeah, but they are getting somebody to dispel it.
Yeah.
And let's be fair here. Even my character, with the fact that my caster level is effectively 16 for dispelling stuff, they still will eventually make the DC 26 if they have a level 10 caster, because eventually he'll roll a 17.
Yeah, true.
So that's the more about just miserable. Well, I didn't have another level of quest prepared today because my standard allotment is it's various combinations of things, but at best I can do is
gentlemen. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna get going.
Before you go, quick question: just how exactly do you determine your spell resistance? Like
Spell
class
resistance.
or space?
Okay,
No.
it's race based,
spell resistance.
sometimes class based, and sometimes it's something on your armor.
Yeah.
Drow are a unique race in this, somewhat unique that they have innate spell resistance.
Also, since he passed my baleful polymorph, man. Also, I can't wait for it because they're gonna dispel the. Well, at least I have the geese on them still. That's gonna be annoying to get rid of.
Yeah, because they gotta be 2 levels. They have minimum caster level 2 levels higher than you.
So they need to be So he's got the geese for a while. So eventually, when we encounter Ryu again, unless they have somebody that has a wish on hand, he's gonna be like.
Limited wish, miracle.
Miracle. Yeah, but those are all still that are.
Remove curse ends the geese slash quest
As long
spell.
as they're
Only if its caster level is 2 levels higher than your caster level.
which that means they have to be 16.
Yeah.
Oh
That is
wait.
a very powerful caster.
And since I can't make him become a goat, I'll just use my other 7th level spell slot just to reverse gravity on him for a bit.
Well, theoretically, if I wanted to, I actually don't know if you can like cast a spell like through like a crystal ball when you're scrying somebody and have it work as if they were near you.
I think only if you're the scryer.
Only me, yeah. That's why scrying die is a thing. because I can literally scry you and then finger of death you.
Shame, because there was like one Bale polymorph type spell that the Inquisitor had.
Yep.
I'll see you guys later. It was
All right,
fun.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Alright,
Do you love how we derail? You probably had a grand quest line for us to liberate the city. We just said, you know what? Let's make the commander look crazy, demoralize everyone, and then scare the shit out of him.
Pretty much. I was like,
Wait. And now I'm doing the same thing to Ryu. I'm just making Ryu's life miserable.
except
Just
Ryu,
trying to do-
Poke.
except Ryu's a lot tougher. Remember, he still has to David something.
Yes, but the thing is,
Hey, guys.
every day I'm going to be just reapplying quests. Just giving him completely asinine quests. Because if he has somebody that can actually remove those things, they're a threat to us. But if he doesn't, eventually he's going to just have to start doing them, because otherwise he's going to become, like, I can't do anything. I have a -6 in all my stats. Gotta kill you, horse. Yay, Ryu.
It will be the first time he killed a horse, so
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. When I scribe tomorrow, I'm going to be scrying him and be like, have you killed your horse, Ryu? You have. What? Yeah.
all right. I just stopped the recording, then get something to eat.
Really, that's the entire point of a wizard at high levels, is just to be... There's the enemy. Okay, here's a thunderstorm in that area.
I should probably duck on over to the Red Fox channel to get ready for the next RPG I'm in.
Yeah,
Oh, what's that one? Oh, wait, that's the Flux one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yay. Oh, speaking of which, I just love reverse gravity, because I could just be like, you know what I really want here? Gravity reversed. So I could just fuck with everybody.
Oh boy. Anyway, see you later.
It's pretty limited,
Anyway.
though, to be fair. Reverse gravity is only 10-foot cubes. But to be fair, it means I can just make a 140-foot tall pillar that launches somebody into space.
Yeah.